I roll the blunt and I'm a lighter. Always see the people with the fake smile. Come behind your back, I say so I'm a ball. Me, I live my life, I know the waste time. If you got a problem, I got back and go. I ain't gotta worry about the fake lies or the fake lies. Sometimes I wanna quit it, sometimes I wanna cry. When me or die, it bring tears to my eyes. But then it make me think it, life know they come twice. So I'm gonna leave, spread my wings, I can fly high. And if you want, we can get alive. And if you want, we can get alive. You just need the man above and the man inside. You just need the man above and the man inside. And if you want, we can get alive. And if you want, we can get alive. You just need the man above and the man inside. You just need the man above and the man inside. Tears cry, lesson learned. Gotta keep it moving, that's the only way. You try, you the plan. When you say you gotta give it up the way. All the times it's rose. You gotta understand how to make use of the whole thing. Make use of every emotion. The feelings of the spirit guide and what you want in life, yeah. Move, yeah. My father used to tell me keep your head high. So I roll the blunt and I'm a lighter. Always see the people with the fake smile. Come behind your back, I say so I'm a ball. Me, I live my life, I know the waste time. If you got a problem, I got back and go. I ain't gotta worry about the fake lies or the fake lies. Sometimes I wanna quit it, sometimes I wanna cry. When me or die, it bring tears to my eyes. But then it make me think it, life know they come twice. So I'm gonna leave, spread my wings, I can fly high. And if you want, we can get alive. And if you want, we can get alive. You just need the man above and the man inside. You just need the man above and the man inside. And if you want, we can get alive. And if you want, we can get alive. You just need the man above and the man inside. You just need the man above and the man inside. Tears cry, lesson learned. Gotta keep it moving, that's the only way. You try, you the plan. When you say you gotta give it up the way. People talk, I know the sand. I've been demanding, I know the drive on way. They say what they wanna say, what they wanna say. Sometimes I feel conflicted, sometimes I wonder why. Love is so high, but I know I gotta try. Then they make me take it, life know they come twice. So I'm gonna leave, spread my wings, I can fly high. And if you want, we can get alive. And if you want, we can get alive. You just need the man above and the man inside. You just need the man above and the man inside. And if you want, we can get alive. And if you want, we can get alive. You just need the man above and the man inside. You just need the man above and the man inside. What you want in life? You see, you gotta think it and understand it. Sometimes it gets hard. Other times it's rose. You gotta understand how to make use of the whole thing. Make use of every emotion. The feelings of the spirit guide and move. Until you really understand this, you
Hamzambo family, welcome to the Blackwood Fan Network Africa Today Show. I hope that everyone is doing fantastic on yet another wonderful Thursday, being the 8th day of April, the year 2021. How are you doing? How's the day coming along? This is the Blackwood Fan Network. And before we get started, I want to remind us that you can get to really follow us on our official website, which is www.blackhotfirenetwork.com. And once you are with us on the website, you can create your own personal profile on the website, and that will enable you get to connect with the rest of the family. We do have a chat page, a community chat page, and that is also on the show page. If you go to the network website, let me show you real quick how you do it. This is just on blackhotfirenetwork.com. You simply go into your Google browser and search for Black Hot Fire Network. And once you do, it will take you to the official website, www.blackhotfirenetwork.com. And then you shall find on the top right, you will find the easiest way to sign up, www.blackhotfirenetwork.com. Blackhotfire hotfirenetwork.com. And of course, the easiest way to sign up is really clicking on the top right of this particular network website, and it will actually prompt you on how you can put in your information, really your name. You don't have to use your actual name, you can just use whatever name that you fancy. And once you do, you will be able to really put in your information, really your email, and your information is actually safe on the website. You don't have to keep on worrying about, is my information safe being on this particular network. Yes, it is. We do, of course, I have to maintain your really privacy, but just we have a lot of discretion when it comes to whatever information you put right here. And this is the login tab. Once you click on this, it will actually prompt you to sign up. And once you do, you can also visit this particular page, which is the show page. And on the show page, you will find the community chat on the show page. It's very, very easy. You can either sign up on this particular login, or you can either sign up on this particular show page, and you'll be able to enjoy all the network, all the network features, as well. Also, make it easier for you to connect with the rest of the family. I was asking how your day is coming along. It's actually 12 minutes past 9 p.m. right here in Nairobi. And General Musilo says we was live with the sister Nish just now. And I see also Kami is with us on the network. Yes, Sister Nish was doing a live. She also did a live over the weekend, and she has been doing wonderful. The last time I was on that particular live was when we did have Sister Nish in Louisiana. I think most of the family was having fun last weekend in Louisiana. You need to connect.
Yeah, did you see it? Yeah. It was pretty cool seeing her family in Louisiana, who walked down the street dancing with the family.
Yeah.
Everybody with them bad Louisiana accents. You don't know what the hell they saying.
They were having fun.
You don't know.
They
You don't know
yeah.
what you don't know what them Negroes are saying. That 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 Louisiana French Creole shit. You're like, huh? What?
They were just talking at a higher frequency. You couldn't understand Keith. They were just talking at a higher frequency. I think it was difficult for you to know what they were saying.
That ain't no damn high. That ain't no damn higher frequency. Get your ass out of here. Higher frequency. Shit. That shit's worse than just that. That's why she married a Nigerian. That Louisiana's worse than Nigerian pigeon. Shit.
I don't know if you saw.
What the hell's this shit now? What the hell's this shit? I need to ask her about that damn. Cause look, she married a Nigerian. She speaks Louisiana. I know they couldn't even understand each other.
Speaking in tongues.
I don't know if you saw. I don't know if you saw Sister Nish brother in law yesterday getting locked up in an elevator. We shared the video yesterday. Sister Nish brother getting locked up in the elevator by the Chinese, and
I've seen it.
I saw
they
it.
wouldn't allow Sister Nish brother to leave the elevator, and he had to say, "You're not my mother. You're not my father. I will. This is swapping."
Who are you? You're not my father. You're not my father. What is wrong with you? He said when he cussed off like this. Look at this fucking shit. Look at this fucking shit here.
That was very hilarious.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, how are you doing, Kami?
I'm doing fine. Hello, Spikes, and hello, Keith.
We're doing great.
Yeah, hold on, you guys. Go ahead.
Yeah, I hope you had a wonderful day. And I see Chosen One is with us and saying peace. Peace to you too, brother. Children, are you still down in Houston? Were you in Houston or you were someplace in Texas, San Antonio? I'm not sure whether you are in San Antonio or in Houston, but thank you so much for joining us on the show. General Mosquito is saying, "Sup, coming," and General Mosquito has a great name, and I think General Mosquito might be willing to connect Kami to the Ghanaian world. You know where they grow coffee. Kami has been
Hey.
doing. Kami has been doing and talking about the coffee that they grow in Ghana. Maybe sometimes General Mosquito might as
I
well,
am ready,
invite.
General Mosquito. I am ready.
Let's see where they grow this coffee. They're saying right now they will not be exporting any more coffee to
Mhm.
Switzerland and Ivory Coast also. I think you share that story. Ivory Coast also said no, we have done enough. We shall not be giving you any more coffee. We shall be
Mhm.
processing it right here in Ghana. And I'm yet to see how that particular works out. Do you believe that the Ghanaian people are serious about not exporting the coffee, their cocoa to Ghana, to Switzerland?
Well, I think this is a move that we were not expecting, considering that many African countries will rather, ship their raw materials to European nations because they believe that is where they get a lot of money from. But this move that was pulled by the president, I think it's going to benefit a few of the Ghanaians there, especially the children, since most of the great, that is the quality of chocolate is enjoyed by people even outside Ghana, and you get to realize that even the children in Ghana, different families in Ghana do not get to enjoy that. So I think it is going to create employment to the people in Ghana, considering that the factory is going to be set in their country. That is one thing, and I think it's going to favor more farmers now that it is a local, that you do not need connections to have your cocoa that is exported outside. That is my view regarding that.
And I'm here to see how that particular one goes because I think Ivory Coast might still continue. I was listening to an interview earlier in the day about the people from Ivory Coast, and one of the guys was saying that the cocoa has been a family business for so long. The father was farming cocoa, the grandfather was farming that particular cocoa, and that was a man of about close to 40 years. So you can imagine maybe two generations are before him or still farming cocoa, but
Mhm.
they do not have anything to show for it. You cannot say that I have developed
Mm.
this much or have become economically better because of farming this particular cocoa. But nonetheless, that is a conversation for another day. I see John has joined us, and this is a truth seeker. Jambo John, how are you doing? I don't know if the truth seeker can hear me, but if you do, please let me know. If not, we shall figure out what's happening. I think maybe it has to do with your microphone. You can try maybe alter the settings of your microphone so that we can get to hear you. I think you can hear me, but maybe on your end there is a bit of a hit with the microphone. See if there is anything you can do to the settings. Just click on the mic settings and see if you can change it to maybe I don't know what device you are using, but we would love to hear from you. John shall be joining us on the tour to Tanzania. We shall be talking about that a little bit later on as we proceed. John, can you hear me? I'm not sure. Maybe it has to do with the microphone setting on your end. Perhaps that is why you might not be able to hear. Um, Maybe we might not be able to hear you. For me, I think you can hear me, but we have a bit of a problem with that. Just try see if you can alter the settings on your microphone. Just click on the mic setting on the link and see if we can be able to get to hear you. But nonetheless, General was going to say we don't drink coffee. We drink palm wine, my friend. General was going to say
It's a wrap.
yeah, it's a wrap for him. You know, Mosquito is talking about finishing and living the best of his life because he says, "Am I the only one up in this? Let me go to the other channel." Yes, there is one channel. I think that is Kid Me Some Life. You might be the only one on that. I also saw. I think that was Sean Scott last week asking whether he was the only one, but we are streaming from two different platforms. Before, as we wait for the rest of the family, I want to touch on what has been happening with the case of George. The is the case involving Derek Chauvin. Of course, George Floyd right now he did make a transition, but I want to talk about what has been happening. Some of the developments with the case of George Floyd. Of course, there have been so many different testimonies being given,
Mhm.
and of course, one of the training officers has come out and they said that the training officer has testified. Training officer testifies Chauvin was taught to avoid putting pressure on a suspect's neck. And this is also what he did get to say, that the training officer has said that Chauvin was taught to avoid putting pressure on a suspect's neck. But the defense is trying to say, that the team, by Derek Chauvin is trying to say that he did overdose, and the death came about because of he had overdosed on, he had used drugs, and therefore, it had nothing to do. It had some element. It had something to do with the use of the pressure that Sherry put on his neck. But they are trying to say that they want a little bit of leniency. But nonetheless, Lieutenant Johnny Marcel, the Minneapolis Police Department use of force instructor, did testify Tuesday at former Officer Derek Chauvin's trial that when officers are taught ways to restrain aggressive suspects, they are shown how to place the knee on the back or the shoulder and told to stay away from the neck if possible. And therefore, this particular instructor has sort of, removed the blame from himself. They're now all the question of the training. And of course, there has been.
Of course, he was already dead. They'd already murdered him. You talk about the inhumanity of these people. He's crushing this man's windpipe. Man's calling for his mother, and you still don't feel nothing. You still continue to do the same thing over and over again, right? You still continue to apply pressure to this man's neck, and it wasn't just him. You had 5 and 6, 7, 8 people, with 3 or 4 people on this man, and now they as white people do, they're trying to convict this man. He had an opioid problem. What the fuck does opioids got to do with you crushing his fucking neck? It's not a damn thing. But that's what they do here in America and any other country where you got white people as the majority or they're in power. They will criminalize black people for their criminality. They will criminalize you. That's what they do. And him having a drug problem has nothing to do with you crushing his goddamn neck, his windpipe. Nothing. But they won't bring that up with other people. Every time and then I'm glad black people, you're finally learning here. Whenever they do anything about when they kill you, they try to make you the damn criminal. They make everybody else the damn innocent one. They wanna humanize this no good beast. Oh, he had a hard day fighting with his Asian wife, and he didn't know he was gonna crush this man's neck, crush his windpipe because he was having problems at home. And the no good nigga was a drug user anyway. He was on opioids and shit, so he deserved to get his neck crushed. All kind of foolishness. This shit should have been over a long time ago, but go ahead, Spike.
And also at the end of the day, they're saying that according to experts, they're saying that the breathing was restricted, in so much that it was almost like the lung had been removed, according to the experts that did talk about this particular matter. And another expert also did say that Derek Chauvin never removed his knee from his neck the whole time. And yeah, he never did. He never removed.
And see, that's what I'm talking about, a psychopath. You guys don't understand. You're dealing with psychopaths. I don't care if you got them. I don't care if you're in Britain, France, Kenya, South Africa. You're dealing with a psychopath, and that's a clinical term. That's what they are. You're dealing with a psychopath, and you don't know that you're dealing with a psychopath, and they get pleasure in seeing you pain. So when black people get to cry, oh, why they do it like this? Oh, crying and all that old shit. They laugh. They love it. Keep crying some more, goofy nigga. Keep crying some more. John, can you hear us, John? I think John's in here. John, I hear you. I see you in here, John.
I think it's his microphone. Probably can hear you. Can hear you, but he probably can.
Fix your microphone, John. And realize Cammy and Spike are in Africa, and I think they have toilets. Tell your wife they're in Africa and they have toilets, John.
What?
Leave John.
Yeah, his wife said you guys didn't have toilets, Cammy.
Oh, so we've been going to the bushes. Oh
Yeah,
no.
what she said what she said in Africa you doodle. She said you're doodling on yourself.
No way, no way. Unless someone is not mentally stable. That is maybe when they get to do that mentally unstable men. We got
That's right.
loose. We got loose. We flash. Not even latrines alone.
Well, his wife said John said you don't have traffic lights, and you don't have bathrooms. You doodle on yourself, and you walk around in the street without no traffic lights.
No, this
Wow.
issue. She took it upon herself. I just upon herself to just make a point of visiting, and I just being proved wrong. But now she refused, which is still okay. But if she were to
I
challenge
tried
herself
to
and
tell
just
I tried to tell there was bathroom. John heard me. John heard I was on the 101. I tried to tell you guys have bathrooms. She said nope, nope.
Mhm.
I seen it. They doodle on themselves. They piss on each other.
Really?
They say you piss. That's what she said, Cammy.
I think she needs to be really here. She needs to be really in Africa. She needs to
She
like
said
even
she
come to
said
Nairobi
no.
and get.
I tried to get her to come because she said nope, nope. They peeing on themselves. They doodling. They peeing in public. And
but
they don't got no traffic lights.
Hakeem,
It's like,
has she been to one of these Chinese museums? Because if she was in one of these Chinese museums, maybe that is
she
why
be
she got
happy
the
to
knowledge.
go to China.
Hmm.
Listen,
That is
listen. Hey, to say John, if you John's married to an old time buddy Ruckus Coon. That lady is crazy. I said, what you mean, lady? They don't got toilets. I seen it. They're doodling on themselves. They got doodle.
I
They're
think she's
dooking
been
on
watching.
themselves.
I think she's been watching The Gods Must Be Crazy. That movie, The Gods Must Be Crazy.
Yeah, exactly. That movie's done there 40 years ago, and that was in the
mm,
Yeah,
bush. She thinks that's Africa. She thinks
mm.
that
she's
I don't know.
still.
I seen the guys must be crazy. You're not gonna fool me. I don't care
That
if
was
that's
Hmm.
this African woman, this African man. They know they duking on themselves.
That's the reason why.
that was a
Yeah,
hilarious
I
movie.
know.
That was a hilarious movie, and I think even till today, there are still people who perhaps might have the same view. Sister Naturalista Mo says, "Hey, Black Hot Fire Network family, I finally found the channel. Where have have y'all been?" And we should be asking you the same. Sister Naturalista Mo,
But you
I've
know,
mentioned you.
but I,
You know, I was asking
but
where she went.
I already told you, Spikes. When they take down the channel, we're ghosted. I told you it's gonna
Mm,
take a while for everybody to find us again. When they take down
yeah,
the channel, they ghost the channels. So
yeah,
I get it naturally. Most Spikes don't understand. Every time they take down our channels, that's why it takes us a while to build back up to like 1,000 views again on on um on the Africa Today show. And everything
yeah.
takes a while to build everything back up because they
Mm.
ghost the channel. And, you know, that's what they do. So it takes a while for people to find us. Just like we heard Zoe say, even when they put our name in there, it
Mm.
says nothing. So that's what happens.
That That's what's happening now for Sister Naturalist. I was asking about you sometimes back. I was asking if anyone has seen you around Houston in Texas, but I think we do not have most of the family right
And we've
now
been
in Texas.
and we've been telling people to buy from her. Right? Go to Naturalista Mo, buy from Naturalista Mo.
Yeah, we have been, and the website is still the Naturalista more, and also on other social media. We have been mentioning about it, but we also missed you, Sister Naturalista. Thank you so much for finding us on this channel. I hope they will not be taking it down, but we cannot promise on that. But nonetheless, Sister Monique, you saying I just watched it. You saying I just watched that last week. That was the ghost must be crazy. Well, that came out so many years ago, and there are people who still have the same idea. Sister Asha, okay, you're
Right.
saying Young Pharaoh's channel was terminated. He
Yeah, it
might
was
have
taken down.
backup.
It was taken down a month ago because we were talking the truth about the COVID thing, and white people get mad because it's the thing to wipe us out. So we proved that you shouldn't take it,
And they said, no, we're taking down the channel. And I told you we would get to 10,000 subs, close to it, coming down. And they said, oh, yeah, we told you don't talk about the COVID. Don't tell these Africans about not taking no COVID. Nope, don't you do it. So we're going to take it down. We want these niggas to get the shot so they all die. We want them to get it. That's all there is to it. You know, it's shot time for you Negroes.
We have seen we go to one
Keith,
particular
you have
incident in
to
Kenya.
just
Say it
Go
again,
go
on.
ahead.
Jamie.
I'm saying, Keith, you have to go by their rules now. You have to start
Young
spreading. You
Pharaoh
have
channel
actually,
was some.
you
I
have
only
to
watched
start
that
selling
dude.
the
I thought he.
vaccine.
Yeah, that's right. Young Pharaoh was taken down. Usher, I'm surprised that I called him an agent. They love that dude. He says all kind of crazy shit. Don't never get taken down. You had Dr. Mummy down looking at young Pharaoh. I was like, Dr. Mummy's looking at young Pharaoh. You know, the young girls like him because he takes his little shirt off and shit. Young. Look at he does all his shows with his shirt off. He does all his shows with his shirt. They took him down. He got like about 5 or 6 channels though. He's got like 5 or 6
Wow.
channels. I'm surprised they took him down. I'm surprised. Because he was really saying some stuff about the vaccinations too. I usually don't watch him. I know Zoe watches him, but he was talking some truth about the vaccination. If say anything about the vaccination concerning black people, you should know. And I told you, watch these right-wing wackos in America. I told you what they were saying. That's why Texas now passed a law that we're not doing any goddamn passports with no vaccination. You ain't got to get that shit if you don't want to. I already told you that these crackers were going to war. Like black people just follow any damn thing because they hate to say it, we've been made ignorant. So we'll follow anything. Somebody's in the
Exactly.
background, backstage, Mike. But the white people, I told you, we're not
Yeah,
touching that shit. And if it's
that's
gonna be all out war, it's gonna be all out war in America. And you better know, white people are fully loaded. I mean, got military grade weapons all in their damn homes because they've been ready for this race war with us. They've been getting ready for this race war with black people. I told you to read the tea leaves, and then I said, those sent me something. I already knew it. I'd be in the right wing chat room. They said we're not taking that shit, and they said give it to the niggas. If you just like that, give it to the niggas here and give it to the ones in Africa so they kill their dumb ass off. Like damn,
True, because true,
they
Keith, I
open with that
agree with you.
racism. Go ahead, Cammy.
I agree with you. I agree with you regarding your statement because we Africans, we just readily take what we are given to us because we think that it's something superior. We think that it's something for our own good, but in the real sense, it's not for our own good.
No,
I
it's
agree.
not for you. If it was, why did you develop? Why wouldn't the Africans develop their own then? Why are the Africans always like the damn low budget people of the planet? Asians make their own. Europeans make their own. Arabs make their. Why do Africans always never be the one to make their own shit? And they're the ones always been getting murdered from AIDS, Ebola. All that shit came in through Europeans.
Exactly.
The same reason why those other groups adopt a savior that looks like them, but black people got a white messiah.
white, right? That's what
Uh-huh.
Spike be like. Everybody got their own God that looks like them. Everybody got
Yeah,
their own God that looks like them. Only black people got a foreign God, a cracker with blue eyes and blonde hair. And he's the God, he's the Lord.
yeah. You go to the Korean or the Japanese or the Chinese Christian church.
Exactly.
They got Asian Jesus up there. He got slanted eyes and
Do they?
everything.
I didn't even,
Yellow.
I didn't even
Yeah.
know.
It's only us that got a white Jesus up there. The rest of them had turned Jesus to look like them.
True.
At least that common sense, even though he ain't real, at least they made him look like them. Hey, African, you're the oldest people on the planet. Oh, we don't know that. So how can any God not look like you, dummy? All the gods on the planet were all you. The Buddha was you. The fake Jesus was you. The fake Allah was you. All the gods were you first. But you don't know history. You sitting there worshiping I mean, when I had Spikes and them go on that damn outing, and they went to that damn that slushy shop, whatever that shop was called. They got those that fruit juice, and in there it had an old fucked up picture of white Jesus saying, and he's the manager. God damn, our minds are fucked up. You remember that, Spike? What was that juice place you went to in Nairobi? Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that was they say that Jesus is a manager of that particular food was a food stuff.
A white Jesus is the manager.
Yeah.
Damn.
Don't tell
That's
them.
messed up.
Our minds,
Yeah.
our minds are fucked up.
Yeah, well, the psychological aspect of that was they know that the Kenyans worship white Jesus. Therefore, you would go to hell if you steal from white Jesus, being that white Jesus is the manager of that
Exactly.
juice place. So you're like, oh, I would never steal from the
That's
Lord.
it. Well, that's it. With that, they went Africa. You're right, and
The
that's why they
problem
allowed them to keep the land. That's why the white people own most of the land, still parts of Africa, because your mind. And I will admit, at least the youth are saying, "Hey, the mind is fucked up. We got to get rid of. We got to get the African mind back." And they realize they made you hate your own relatives. They told you your relatives are evil. Told your relatives are backwards
True.
and dumb. But did your relatives rape, pillage, and rob people? No. Then how the fuck are they evil?
No.
And the one who brought you the white Jesus, who's robbing you, chopping off your arm, raping your women, killing you, stealing your land. How's he the good one? Think.
Mm-hmm.
It becomes crazy. Hey, 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 Asha said they took down Young Pharaoh's channel. I don't watch it, brother. Have you noticed they took down Young Pharaoh's channel?
Azo,
Yeah, he
can you
been
hear?
down for a while. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I hear you
Yes,
now.
yes, we can.
Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, they took him down a while ago,
Oh, yeah.
Keith.
Yeah.
Yeah, they took him down. So that's why he been doing the Patreon.
Damn,
He
did they?
got his own little. The majority of people now are
I didn't know
starting
that.
up their own
Yeah.
websites. Yeah, the most people have their own channel. They're leaving YouTube and they're going the
Yeah.
Patreon route now.
Well, that's why I got Patreon. I also got the website because we can live on the website. You just got to get black people to to stop being reactive and be proactive. Yeah, Miss Walker, I seen that where where that white lady died of taking the vaccine. She took her second dose and died.
You know,
No. That was on a lot, and also a lot of people going over the bitch shoot. It was on bitch shoot. The white girl took the shit, told the whole family to take it, and she dead and stinking. She was number 25, 26. She
yeah,
dead and
that
stinking.
black legal analyst from CNN. They've been trying to suppress what she died from, but I
Good
was
God.
suspecting it had something to do with that damn shot.
Mm-hmm.
They will actually just attempt the whole.
Oh, that was a black lady. Okay, but they can call it. That's why they don't want you. Isn't it funny? They don't want you talking about black people dying and talking about this because that's how you know the agenda was to wipe black, and they're gonna wipe out a lot of black people. A lot of black people have taken in Africa and America. These people are dead and stinking. They walking around. I don't know if it's gonna be a year, but anybody take it, they're done. They're done. That's a fact. They're done. You take that shit, you're done. So they're done. I'm laughing at all these YouTube niggas on there, especially in Africa. I took my shot. Well, motherfucker, you're dead. You're a dead man walking, dummy. Don't even know it yet.
It's the
You're a dead
apocalypse.
man walking, dummy. I took my shot. Look at me. Go ahead, Cam.
I'm saying it's the apocalypse. You're right, Keith. People be posting on their gram. People be posting on their gram that they have taken the shot, and they're very proud of taking it,
Yeah,
even
most of
after
them.
telling them
Yeah.
the
So
reality.
you be very,
Most,
you're gonna be very proud of taking a dirt nap. Go ahead, Spike.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying some of them will be doing even some dance challenges now that they took their vaccines and
Exactly.
That is all they have. They want to show the world that they are the first ones to get this particular shot, and they are very, very much comfortable in this particular one. Nonetheless, I want to move fast forward and I talk about something else that has been happening. And of course, last week, was it last week? Last weekend, I think Keith did talk about the matter of one. His name was Green. Was it Green? There was Green who did drive his car. They said that Green did drive his car, and I rammed it into. He actually attacked, the police officers at the Capitol building. But right now, there has been also another incident that they are
What?
saying one of the. Sorry, go
Hold,
on.
hold on one second, Spike. So about that Green guy, there has
Yeah.
been reports that he was claiming that he was under mind control. He said that someone had been drugging him and that
Yeah.
someone had
Yep.
been performing operations on him without his permission, and he had been hearing voices and been getting receiving instructions to do
MK
certain
Ultra.
things. Yeah, so
Wow.
in regards to that, something that a lot of us don't know is that when I was talking about the whole thing with the damn, I forgot the name of it, but they can put a subliminal message on a microwave signal. Your cell phones operate
On
by
wave. On
microwaves,
wave. Yeah,
so
wave.
they can
On wave.
subconsciously program. Yeah.
Also wave in that genetics. I mean, in that vaccine you got, it's got nanotech, so they can shoot waves in you. You don't know science, and the African mind is very fucked up. You don't understand. Now that you took the vaccination, they put nanotech in you, dummy. So now they can shoot waves and cause mind control with you. You don't even know that. Exactly right, Zo. Right, do me a favor.
That's
Pull
very
up,
creepy.
MK Ultra. Pull up
So
MK
so
Ultra,
Sorry,
Spike.
what?
This is old technology, Cammy. Pull up MK. Say the stuff. Say what was MK Ultra?
Yeah.
MK
This
Ultra.
is
Go ahead, Joe. Let me cut you off.
But what I was just
um,
saying is they don't necessarily have to take you into a facility to brainwash you. You can be brainwashed remotely
Nope.
just by walking around with your cell phone on you. You can be thinking God is talking to you or some higher power, and it's really these people putting
Mm-hmm.
these suggestive thoughts
But
into the
even
back of your mind.
yeah.
now we
Damn.
have five.
But it's even worse now. They
Five.
don't need a cell phone because most of these niggas are now taking the damn vaccination, and that's nothing but wave genomes because you got nanotech. They're not even hiding it. There's nanotech in the damn vaccination. Like I told you, it's not a vaccination. This is gene therapy. It's altering your genetics. Why is nanotech in it? Okay, go ahead and read that for me, Spike.
Let me just. You said MK Ultra. MK Ultra. Just a second. MK
Yeah,
No,
Ultra.
that football player killed
MK
that doctor
Ultra.
because that doctor was the one that put that shit in him. That's why he went and killed that doctor because the doctor was the one that implemented the program in him.
Yeah, and he also killed the
Yeah.
wife. I think the doctor as well.
Yeah,
So
he killed
let
the
me,
whole family.
yeah, let me get this MK Ultra. Then I also touch on what has happened with the NFL, the former NFL star, and what has happened with this case. I
But
do
what
not
they
know
did,
whether.
yeah, but MK Ultra, hold on, Spike. MK Ultra, they were when they were bringing this out in the 50s, they were doing it on black soldiers who didn't even know what the fuck was going on, and they were doing shit. They couldn't get their lives back. And if you look at an old movie from the 70s, I forgot the name of it, with the brother from Cooley High, and it was a true story about him being MK Ultra. And he was all fucked up. He just started doing shit. They had him all fucked up. He was just and MK Ultra is real when they break your mind and they mind control you. So you don't know not the Ten Commandments. First law of the universe is mentality. First, the universe is mental. You got mental, right? Second law is vibration
Yeah.
and frequency. So you got to
Yeah.
know the law. The universe is mental.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell is that? Like, oh,
I don't know whose phone. I don't know whose phone that is. It's someone's
Don't
phone. I think
forget
some
the
messages
operations
coming in.
done on him.
So
no, I
MK
know. No,
Ultra,
I
MK
was
Ultra.
saying what's on the screen you got there.
Two
Oh,
American
sorry.
spies have
Just a
just
second.
arrived
Go
at
ahead.
Sandoz
Wait,
Laboratories,
just a second.
one of the world's leading pharmaceutical factories. The mission.
This is MK Ultra. They say MK Ultra was a top secret CIA project in which the agency conducted hundreds of clandestine experiments, some on unwitting US citizens, to assess potential use of LSD and other drugs for mind control, information gathering, and psychological torture.
Exactly.
Though the
So,
Mm.
so,
yeah.
so, hold on, Spike. Calm. Wait. Pause, Spike. Now look, CIA, and they not just now we're talking about they did experiments without you knowing. That's what this COVID vaccination shit is. These experiments on you without you even knowing. You think it's good because they own all the media. You've been given
So
her
go on.
just like you said when you guys were in the hospital in Kenya.
Hmm.
Wasn't nobody in there. Wasn't nobody dying in there, Spike. Wasn't nobody in there. Oh, I got COVID. I'm dying. Oh shit. Oh my God, the pandemic. Wasn't nobody dying up in there. But through their media, especially in Kenya, I look at that shit all the time. You guys are my employees. You know, I gotta be abreast of what's going on in Kenya. Oh, people dying. The rise in cases now is crazy in Kenya. And you guys go to the hospital, ain't nobody up in the shit. And the rise is crazy. But the news in Kenya saying, oh, the rise is crazy. People are dying. Oh my God, it's the end of the world.
And the beds are still
And
empty.
so when the
The
average
hospital beds are
and,
still empty.
and and so when the average person sees this, he doesn't know how to critically think. And say, hey, this is some
True.
bullshit. He's like, oh my God,
Hmm.
I gotta go get this vaccination. But oh my God, my
Panic
life is
mode.
still in there. Oh my God, I want go again.
I'm saying people just end up being in a panic mode, and as a result, they're now forced to take the vaccine.
But that's what's supposed to put you in panic, and that's MK Ultra mind control. So they've learned how to do mass mind control through the media propaganda. Understand? This is them doing mass mind control on a global level. People wearing masks, and right there on the mask box, Spike, it says this mask does not protect you from viruses. Why you got it on there? It's right there on the box, Spike. This mask does not protect you from a virus. So why is everybody wearing these goofy masks?
But they also know that they're not just the mask, but even the vaccine itself transmit. I think there was one president that took the Russian vaccine and still contracted the virus even after taking the shot of the vaccine. But anyhow, I want to talk about this NFL player, and
Because
they're saying he's
because this is
one of the people that he. Yeah,
go ahead, Spike. Go ahead. Go ahead.
go on.
No. Go ahead. You got it.
No,
You
I was
got it.
just saying. I was talking.
Go ahead, Spike.
Okay, I was talking about this particular incident in South Carolina, and I don't know if there is any of the family actually tuning from South Carolina, but nonetheless, there has been this particular incident earlier on today. It was actually early in the morning today, and they say that this former NFL player Philip Adams did kill five people, and one of the people was a prominent doctor who had treated him, and also killed two children aged 9 and 5, and also the wife. And there was also another individual that he also did kill. And now there's also one more who is in the hospital in a critical condition. And they're saying the gunman who killed five people, including the doctor, was Philip Adams. And the source, who spoke on the condition of anonymity because he wasn't authorized to speak publicly, said Adam's parents live near the doctor's home in Rock Hill, and that he had been treated by the doctor. The source said Phillips killed himself after midnight with a 4.5 caliber weapon. And the York County Sheriff Office, said that they had searched for hours before finding the suspect in a nearby home. The York County coroner said that Dr. Robert Leslie, 70, and his wife Barbara, 69, were pronounced dead at the scene, along with the grandchildren Adam Leslie and Noah Leslie, who are 5 years, and also a man who had been working at the home, James Lewis, 38, from Gaston, was found shot to death outside. A sixth person was hospitalized with serious gunshot wounds. So you talked about the motive. I'm not really sure about the motive. We from this particular information coming up here, there is not a lot going into the motive, but nonetheless, someone will not really just walk up to your house and shoot you up, especially if you have a patient doctor kind of a relationship. There must have been something going on with this one as well. And I know the media will spin it. I know the media will have a way of spinning it around and demonizing this particular former NFL player. But at the end of the day, I believe maybe the family might have, they might have a clue of perhaps what was going on with this particular case. We shall watch out
Well,
and see. Yeah.
his family is trying to attribute it to him playing football and suffering from that brain disorder that a lot of football
Concussion,
players
the
have,
concussion,
which is that's a
those
lie. But
concussions.
because yeah, if that was the case, it'd be a whole bunch of assassins walking around this country. Because there's
Mm.
a countless number of young men that played football in college and high school as well as in the pros, whether it be for 1 year or 2 years, and they're not really a big name like this guy that we never even heard of. So the thing is that you can't say it's the concussion thing that's causing these people to be mentally unstable at all. You can't say that.
They might say perhaps, I don't know. They will not say he was not mentally well. Maybe at some point they might say they will find a way of spinning the whole story around. Because for white people, I think it's white privilege. That's how white people get involved in attacks, and they say they had overdosed on something, or they had taken some drugs, or maybe they were not well. But for a black man, they will say he knew what he was doing and he was avenging something or this and that. But anyway, we shall be watching out and seeing how the family also gets to come up. You say that
They're
yes, and
never
because
gonna.
of
If he murdered somebody, they're never gonna say he was sick. They're never gonna say there was nothing wrong with him. He's a black man that's crazy. They're never gonna give him the benefit of the doubt like they do white people. So, they're never gonna say he's mentally disturbed when he was, or he's under some kind of mind control. And you better believe mind control is real. Not a damn movie. Not a damn It's not science fiction. These are science facts.
I think
And
that
we
would be
have
the
to
worst.
look at they also are trying to establish the paradigm that we are violent and that we're out here killing people. We're attacking Asians, we're attacking homosexuals, we're doing all this other
Yeah, it's
shit.
been
And
out
now
here.
you got a black mass shooter to go along with the Atlanta mass shooter and the Colorado mass shooter. Now you got a black mass shooter. So it's all about
But
putting
they
us in
tried
the
to,
same boat as everybody else.
yeah, because they know we don't do. What the hell is all that noise? Is somebody,
Maybe.
huh?
Somebody playing fucking Candy Crush
Somebody
or some
playing
shit.
something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's Mario Candy.
who's
I don't
playing that?
know
Who
who's.
the hell?
Let me see who I
Who
mute.
shit is that? Who shit is that?
Let me see
Like
who I
you,
mute. Let me see who I
I
mute.
thought that, I thought that, I thought that was
John,
cousin
can you
Spike.
still
I
hear
thought
me?
that
I think
Spike. What the hell you doing?
Is that you, Spikes? You playing Candy Crush?
that was John. That was John. John, can you still hear us? Because his microphone, I think there might be a problem with his microphone, but thank you so much.
How the hell?
I think he can hear us.
How we hearing sound from his thing if his microphone's not working? He in there playing. He in there playing games and
No, I
stuff.
just
We
muted
hear him.
it. I just,
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
muted it a second ago.
I don't know why he
I
can't
just
talk
muted
to
it a
his
second ago.
microphone. That's what I'm saying. Wait, Spike. I don't understand
Uh,
why he can't. Spike, wait. Good God. I don't understand why he can't
go on.
talk to his microphone when you can hear all that noise in the background. So go ahead. Now go ahead.
I think it's Zoe. It might be Zoe then. I think Zoe is also playing Candy Crush. I think that's
Man, go on with
because
that
if
bullshit.
it
I ain't
wasn't.
playing no damn game.
So let me play. Let me share these. Let me share what has also. I think you brought this up and you said about these experiments. Not really the experiment, the Montauk the Montauk project. You meant to share a little bit on the same. I understand that the Montauk project has also been evolutionized to bring movies such as Stranger Things and other kind of movies. But really, let me just pull this up, which is the Montauk project, if I pronounce it correctly. You wanted to say anything also about it? No?
Yeah, yeah. So with this project, this goes with the MK Ultra, but the Montauk project was
Yeah.
actually experimentations with time travel, where the government had discovered that they can actually do time travel. So a lot of the shit that's going on today, this is what I'm saying. We have to question how much of what they've seen particular timelines of reality leading to particular destinations that they do not want to occur. So they cause these deviations, these diversions in reality and the time stream by making these certain things occur. This like these mass shootings and all these different terroristic acts. How do we not know that there was a future that would have taken us to a particular destination that would have been beneficial for us, but to avoid that from happening, the white supremacists that are controlling reality in the world right now are steering this car that we're in, so to speak.
It might be difficult. When it comes to what do you say? You cannot really say what would have happened, or say if these particular things went this particular kind of probability. I might not talk much on that, but they're saying that the stories of this particular Montauk project did originate from Preston Nichols and Stewart Swadlow, who both claimed to have recovered repressed memories of their own involvement. Preston Nichols also claimed that he was periodically abducted to continue his participation against his will. And of course, Nichols also claims that to have degrees in parapsychology, psychology, electrical engineering, and has other books over the same. And they also say the movie that is known as Stranger Things has borrowed a lot. The movie Stranger Things has borrowed a lot from the Montauk project. I haven't watched this. Wish I had. I haven't watched this, so I wouldn't know. But I have had people talking about Stranger Things. I think it has been trending maybe perhaps last year, or maybe earlier this year. I've had people talking about Stranger Things, so I've watched Stranger Things, but I haven't watched it myself. But they're saying Stranger Things has also borrowed a lot from the Montauk project.
Yeah, I feel that we are living in a reality that is a result of the manipulation of the time stream. That's a given right there. There's been too much going on that people say like the world has changed too rapidly, too fast. That a lot of this shit, it was no build up to it. It's just things occurred, and now this is the reality that we're in. And like I said the other day, it is my hypothesis that they use quantum computers as a combination finder so they can unlock these different realities and put and set things along the lines that they want as far as reality occurring. This whole thing with the COVID pandemic. Think about this. Nothing like this has ever happened ever before in the history of this world where they could just shut shit down like the way they have shut it down without any documentation or proof to support what is actually going on. They have shut the world down, and it hasn't even been a fraction of the people that they said would die has actually died from this virus. But yet it's being pushed and still being pushed. Something we have to question that. Like what really occurred for them to be able to pull that shit off? You know what I mean? Like they're definitely playing with the time stream as far as I'm concerned. And obviously I can't get outside of the time stream and say, well, we're supposed to be right here right now, but instead we're over here. But I feel that some shit has occurred. They're tampering with the time stream of reality that we're all in.
Uh, uh, when it comes to talking about what has happened right now, I can actually say that there is something going on. Maybe perhaps they will be opening up. They will be opening up. They will be opening up simply because they are making losses, not because that it shall be any safer than it were, or not because the vaccines are working. I think at the end of the day, they will still have to open up, and they realize that after losing all this money, because some of them are making super money, others are really not. There's a lot of losses going on. I think there are some people who are making super profits from the whole situation. But I think at the end of the day, maybe they might open up because they realize, I don't know, they might do their profit loss analysis, and that might not really be working out for them. And Sister Manikio says they are lying assist, and I get to agree with you. Nonetheless, let me go a little bit fast forward and talk about what has been happening. Right now, PDD has actually put out a letter, and there have been different reactions regarding this particular letter. Because he was saying, if you love us, pay us. A letter from Sean Combs to corporate America, and this is on different platforms. Some people feel that there's nothing going on with him asking that if you love us, pay us, because I do believe the industry, especially the entertainment industry, has also suffered a very very big hit when it comes to where people can perform, how people can do things like they used to do before. But he was saying, if you love us, appears a letter from Sean Combs. This is P Diddy to corporate America, saying that no longer can corporate America manipulate our culture into believing incremental progress is acceptable action. And if you are neutral institutions of injustice, of course, he did quote Desmond Tutu. And when he said confronted by the leaders of several black-owned media companies, General Motors listed My Network Revolt as an example of a black-owned media it supports. And he was saying it's
Who had black
disrespectful
on
that
media?
no, the revolt. This is the revolt. Sean Combs, PDD, the revolt TV. That is what he was saying.
The revolt. The revolt.
And,
He
and,
doesn't
and
own it.
he don't even own Revolt.
He doesn't own it.
Yeah, it was like 2-3 weeks ago. He sold the majority ownership of the company. He sold that shit to some white company. So he
Well,
owns
he didn't.
like
He
30%
never.
of it now.
Yeah, but he never owned it in to begin with because the money, by I forgot the cable companies that put the shit on their cable platform. He's always a front man. Like Jay-Z, these niggas are always front men. Things make sure you own no real man. Just like when BET was supposed to be owned by Bob Johnson, he didn't own that shit even when he owned it. The money he got was given by white people. That's why it was all nothing but buffoonery on that shit. Said we don't want no political stuff on here. We don't want these Negroes to know any real information. He's like, okay, boss. That's why it was always buffoonery on BET. He didn't own that shit outright. They gave him the money to start that goofy, fucked up shit. Until black people get serious, put the money together. And I don't know why these leaders in Africa who had the money didn't start their own damn media companies in the country. The country don't even own the media.
Hey, so Keith,
Those good.
do you think Byron Allen owns his shit, or is he just a front man too?
I think he owns it, but it's worthless. He don't own anything. It's not nothing. It's like what is this shit? Dogs do the strangest things, the comedy thing. It's like internet nonsense. His is not thought provoking, so they allow him to own that dumb shit. He goes around putting lawsuits. Isn't it funny? That was the only one they knew 2 years that was talking about. Now these new black first media niggas to act like they were against Byron Allen when they were not. I can't even go back and prove because they took down so many channels when they was up there. At first they went to damn ADOS motherfuckers because he made money. See, I told these phony niggas only worry about the money, not the ramifications of what's actually going on. So at first they endorsed Byron Allen, that fucking black authority nigga, the other nigga, and took the sheet, that nigga. But then they found out, oh, it's not about this. He's not going to give us any money. It's not going to be putting our shit on his platform. Then they went after his ass. Right? But at first they were all down for this mother. I was the only one telling you, be dubious of this nigga with his with his white wife and everything. He's never done anything about black people. There's no reason about sponsoring his ass. Someone they being racial against his ass. He's like, oh yeah, he owns the Weather Channel. He does it, and all them niggas said it was great. He owned that dumb shit from Tariq Nasheed to the Black Authority and that Professor Black Truth. But now they changed their ways. Ain't it funny? Because no one can go after these. I'm gonna start going after these phony motherfuckers. I smell agent. That's why they shit never gets touched, never gets taken down, and they never talk no real shit. I don't listen to the ass, so. But I know it's the same white supremacy shtick over and over again. They don't never mention who's the real white supremacist. And we know it's the Ashkenazim, the ones we cannot say. These niggas never touch it. Never touch it. Never. So we'll give young Pharaoh that credit because he touched it. If you don't touch, I know you phony. Hey, whites, it's just whites. It ain't just no fucking white supremacy. Go ahead, Zoe.
So I was about to say, speaking of white wives, did y'all hear about the UNC black basketball coach talking about he proud to have a white wife?
What team? What?
Hey, wait. You talking about the University of North Carolina?
Yeah, they got a head black. The head coach is black. They just hired him, and then the other day he was giving a press conference talking about Talking about he's proud to be the fourth head black coach in the universe's history, but he's also proud that he got a white wife, and he's proud that he got mixed children that's composed of him and his wife.
They never had any black. They never had any black coach at the UNC as no head coach.
He said he's the fourth one. I don't know if they
know
had some football or something up there. I don't know. Maybe football.
must be. Cause I don't. Yeah, because it been no UNC because you had after Smith retired, you had the other guy from Kansas, so he must have just left something Williams, whatever his name is. I haven't watching. I've been watching basketball here lately. Like when my brother come, man, you ain't been watching the Final Four and all. Man, I ain't watched football, basketball in 5 years now. Man, it was good, man. It was great, man. You missed the shit. So, man, I don't even know who's even in this shit. Is it UNC and Duke again? That's usually a usual suspect. Nah, man, it was Baylor and somebody. I said Baylor in the Final Four.
Gonzaga. It was Baylor and Gonzaga.
Ain't got. I'm out of touch. Gonzaga. Shit, he know nothing as teams like shit. I'm out of touch. Gonzaga. These ain't the usual stuff. I said it ain't UNC, Duke, Georgetown, Connecticut, the usual Gonzaga. You don't get out of here talking about Gonzaga, Baylor. Man, I never watched those teams when I was looking at basketball. God damn. Baylor.
And
Get out of here. Baylor. Most people don't know what Baylor's even at. I know Baylor's in Texas. I think Baylor's in Temple, Texas. I think it's in Temple, Texas. I think Baylor's in Temple, Texas. Baylor. Motherfuckers don't even know what Baylor, Texas is even at. I mean Baylor's even at.
No, Baylor's outside of Waco.
Yeah, that's where Temple's at. Temple's over about Waco. It's in that area. Yeah, it's in that area. That's what I said. I meant Waco, Temple area. All that Temple, Texas, Temple, Waco, and that's where the Army base is at. That big ass Army base. Fort some shit. Fort. I don't know the name of that base. Fort something over there.
I'm trying to see if I can get the clip, but this Grio thing keeps on popping up. Let me see if I can get the clip and I see what he was going on about having he's proud about his white wife. Let me see if I get that real quick.
Well, that's because the Grio is some coon shit in the first place, Spikes. So they gonna put a slant on this shit like he talking something righteous. With listening to the Grio, them fucking coons.
Who owns the Grio? Ain't that's Byron Allen shit. That's some Byron Allen shit. That's Byron Allen on that's that coon ass Byron Allen thing.
Let me see. I'm proud my wife is white. Let me see if I can get it. I'm proud my wife is white. Black head coach that divides our viewers. Let me see if I get a clip.
And what his coon ass don't know, by saying that bullshit, he put a target on his fucking ass. Let him lose 2 games. They gonna find a reason to get rid of his monkey ass real quick. Because North Carolina don't play that shit. In North Carolina, I'm gonna tell you, coming from Mississippi, I went to North Carolina. I've never been anywhere like North Carolina. North Carolina has open Ku Klux Klan stores. Like you can go to a convenience store and get a bunch of knickknacks and shit like that. They have Ku Klux Klan stores like that in North Carolina. You can go up in there and get you a lighter that's shaped like a Ku Klux Klansman with a hood on. You can go in there and buy some sunshades with Ku Klux Klan hoods on them. You can buy the hood. You can get all kind of shit like that in North Carolina. And to be exact, it was in Fayetteville I was at, where they got the Army base.
And this is him going on about the same. Let me see. Did I mute this? Second. Did I mute? Just a second. Mute. Okay.
I know that in terms of it is significant Steve. It's significant that I'm African American and I'm the head coach here. It is significant, Steve. It's significant that I'm African American and I'm the head coach here. It's significant. I know that in terms of Division I head coaches all around the country, only 26% of the head coaches for Division I men's basketball are compromised by minorities, specifically African Americans. I know that it is significant that I'm the fourth African American head coach in any sport in the history of the University of North Carolina. I'm very proud to be African American, but I'm also very proud that my wife is white, and I'm very proud that my 3 beautiful, unbelievable kids are a combination of both of us.
That is a video.
Just like I told you. Thank Jesus he got a white wife. Thank you, Jesus.
He made it.
Yes, yes. There is no such thing as racism. All of this white sex, all of this good white sex, I know it can't be no racism.
That's the thing in your head. You just think it doesn't exist. You can see the coach tells it doesn't exist.
He looked like he got some drawers full of crabs. He over there scratching his pubics and shit look like it's itching bad. I crunched over like that. His wife done gave him some fleas.
I don't know of any white coach or any Asian coach that goes around saying I have a black wife or I have a black husband, or I don't know of any Asian, not even the crocodile. I don't know of any that will go around saying no. I feel
the only time white guys run around talking about they got a black wife is when they've been caught saying nigga. When they catch a white guy saying nigga, then he'll be like, well, no, my wife is black. My wife is black. I'm not racist. I'm one of you. Gary Owens and them. And we just talked about Michael Rappaport the other day. Michael Rappaport, the Jew, he married to a black woman. But you see, when it come down to it, he revert back to his white privilege. When him and KD got into it, he turned KD in. Hey, how y'all got y'all niggas out here talking crazy to a white man like me? So they made sure they put KD in line and fined his ass $50,000 real quick.
And I think Mr. X shall be speaking on it. There is a show coming up by Mr. X. Is it tonight or tomorrow? I believe tonight or tomorrow. Mr. X already has a particular on a plan. We're talking about what did transpire between the two. And Monique Hill, you're saying, niggas, please. He says lies on those pillows for real. He does, but he's not. He says it's a privilege, it's a privilege, and he also has a kids, and it's a privilege for him. It's a step. It's a step up the ladder, and that is why he talks about there is no. I think I'm the fourth or something like that. He says I'm the fourth to have been gotten this particular position, and anyhow. Anyway, a melanated warrior, you're saying he's very proud of his half human, half hybrid children, and you're saying Sister Ribiera. Thank you so much. You're saying I'm proud of a white association. I think he's trying to, what can I say, pacify. I don't know. He was put in that position, but he's trying to pacify whomever put him in that position, whomever appointed, whoever put him in that position.
It's called token niggerism. Token niggerism.
Exactly. UNC is one of the most prestigious basketball universities held in the country. So he's doing that to put white folks at ease, right? Because he's damn sure he's there to put white folks at ease. That's Jordan's old college. James Worth and a lot of famous people come out of North Carolina University. Now it's North Carolina. It's not North Carolina State. I didn't get to see it. So is it North Carolina State?
It's the Tar Heels.
It's the Tar Heels, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so North Carolina there. Yeah. So that's what they're trying to appease. They're trying to
I
tease
think he
that right
played
there.
with Jordan. I
Yeah.
think he played with Jordan back in the day, Keith.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he's a former UNC
He
player.
probably did. What's his name?
His name is
Okay, what the hell's his name?
Nigga. First name with the A, last name with the ER.
That is,
Nigger.
anyhow, family. I just want to talk about the element of a freedom of speech and someone who has been using perhaps his freedom of speech to the next extent. And we have heard about Alex Jones, and people do like to say that he's a really, really controversial. Some of the things that he does say. What there is it called the Endos? I'm not really sure the name of our issue, but nonetheless, he has been denied. Of course, he was sued by one of the schools in which he had to say that there was an acted. He was saying that the situation that did happen some time back was really acted. And right now, as it is, he has not gotten what he had hoped for. He was hoping that perhaps he would have been removed from this particular case. But nonetheless, at the end of the day, I think is it called the End Wars? So do you know the show that Alex Jones gets Ghost? What's the name of that particular show?
It was called some
Is it?
information war. That's what it called.
Yeah,
Info war.
yeah,
Info
I think that
war.
was.
INFO war. Yeah, info war.
Yeah, that was the Info
Info
Wars. And
war.
now, yeah, the Info was. Yeah, the Info was. And right now, the Supreme Court has denied Alex Jones the appeal in the Sunday Book defamation suit. What is happening right now is that the U.S. Supreme Court has denied an appeal requested by conspiracy theorist Alex Jones. Of course, he was sued for defamation by the family of victims in 2012 Sandy Hook Elementary School in Connecticut. Jones had claimed that the shooting was staged, and 20 children and 6 educators who died were actors. And of course, the families of these individuals have claimed that they have been getting harassed. They were getting harassed. And right now, Jones has defended his statement and argued that they are protected under the freedom of speech. Despite this, he has lost a case under both a trial court judge and the Connecticut Supreme Court, and now will not be heard by the U.S. Supreme Court. His lawyer, Norman Partis, called the court's decision a disappointment. I do not know how other people feel about some of the information really put it by Alex Jones. And
I think Alex Jones is right. Sandy Hook was staged. See, the thing is that real people died. That's the thing. Just like 9/11, real people died, but all of that shit was staged. It was
mm,
staged so they can do particular gun right legislations and incorporate homeland security and all this old bullshit that followed all these different terrorist acts. So they allow this shit to happen so they can put in the legislation that they put in. So yes, it is staged, but you ain't supposed to
but
say that.
but I think also the guy is also very, very controversial. I think I saw him when he was doing the Bohemian Groove. I think he was interviewing. I think Keith shared. Was it Keith? Yeah, Keith. I think I brought that video where he was interviewing one of the. Was it the congressman? I think there was a congressman at the Bohemian Groove, and Alex Jones really went ahead and asked them what was going on in there, and the congressman was saying this is private. I don't really remember correctly whether that was a congressman, but this is one of the videos of Alex Jones.
Hey, we need the police over here. They got a bunch of kids in the car seat. You guys are following the car right now.
You got a car seat for them? You got a car seat? That's illegal, bro. Where are you taking these kids? That's illegal.
You get in a traffic accident. Those
Where
kids
are
are
you
going to get
taking
hurt.
these kids? You have a car seat.
That's illegal.
How is this Christian?
Hey, we need the police over here. They got a bunch of.
That was Alex Jones or some other different video, but nonetheless, I will not talk about this particular.
That damn car already been T-boned already. They need to put them children in some car seats or something. That damn shit been T-boned. The side of it fucked up and everything.
Yeah, it's not
What
even
the hell
enough.
is going on?
It's not even enough seatbelts for everyone. or they're saying Alex Jones was involved with that particular video. I don't know if he was saving the children or what did happen with that particular one. Nonetheless, as we carry on with what is happening with America, we know the people of California. I think Sister Monique Hill might be having.
You see the chat room right now, Spikes. Monique going off on somebody.
I was moving on from that story. I wanted to go on what is happening with the Sister Monique Hill in California. Apart from having Arnold Schwarzenegger really being the governor of their state, now they will have another interesting one. This is a little bit on the entertainment side. I don't know if this is a serious one, but we did have a Caitlyn Jenner. You were saying she is a he or she. I don't know. It's supposed to be a he or she. Let me go with a he. He will be vying for. She will be vying for the governor of California, and I don't know, Sister Monique Hill and the people of California, how the people of California feel about this particular one. I think we might have a more, I don't know what to call it, because if this is, we shall have a Caitlyn Jenner, the Kardashian, Caitlyn Jenner becoming the governor for California. I don't know what the world is coming to. You might actually
let me just, you know, when I was in 8th grade, they had a newspaper at my middle school that was asking questions, and they asked the question to me, what do I think about not biracial, but interracial dating? And at that time, I said, it's an abomination. That's what I said. But in addition to that, this motherfucker's face right here, this is an abomination. They need to, man, what the fuck is going on with this shit right here? This is crazy. This old ass man want to be a woman when he passed 50 some years old. What kind of shit is that? Like, what's really going on?
He's really living, he's really making the most out of his life because he believes at the end of the day he shall be the governor.
He wants to get dick in the booty, but he wants to get dick in the booty without no shame. Now he's been shaming having sucking dick in the alley and behind cars. He wants to have dick in the booty at 60 something now. He wants to have dick in the booty without no shame. I'm a woman, so I deserve to have dick in the ass. Look at me. Oh, I'm Caitlyn Jenner.
And I read where
dick and balls. Gobble 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 gobble.
I don't know. I
read where that men that go through that operation to get the sex change to have their penis cut off or split. Really, they split the penis down the middle and then they push it in to form the vaginal canal. So the vaginal canal is really the outside of the penis turned inside out. But the thing is they suffer from a fistula where they anus drips and they drip all kind of fluid and they stink all the time. They smell like shit and piss because they dripping this shit. They done fuck their damn self up. Cause that's what I'm just saying. It is no way you gonna have sex. You can't have sex with no motherfucker that used to be a man, and that shit gonna smell right. You gonna smell that shit.
Just leave it there.
What you saying, Spike?
Just leave it there.
No, we're not leaving it there, Spike. No, we're not leaving it there. There's always gonna be something there. No, we're not leaving it there.
I'm thinking and said, stop it, Zoe, stop it.
My hands always get all uncomfortable.
And Sankin also
Spike's always like, no, you brought the story, Spikes. You brought the story up, so let's deal with the story. You know, you better get dick in the booty, change the damn sex. Like that. Let's drop it now. Let's leave it alone. You brought it up, damn it.
No, I was just saying.
Hey, Spikes, Shepard see all them kind of motherfuckers walking around South Africa now. Hey man, are you a woman? I'm not a woman. I'm a man who changed to be a woman. You no good dirty nigga.
Look at Spike's
Shabba,
highlighting shit
Shabba be
like
fighting.
melanated warrior. Spike's highlighting melanated warrior. They say they don't want to hear that shit, Keith.
Oh, I ain't see it.
Yeah, that is truly.
Hey, we're keeping
We,
it real
we gotta
makes
put
people
out there.
real
Nobody,
sick.
We got
nobody, wants-
we gotta worry about Shep on South Africa. God damn it,
nobody,
Spikes, damn you. We gotta take this serious.
nobody wants to hear that. Tanzania get on his and stop his own, and I also I agree. Carl actually making them vibrate
Now
on
watch,
the lower,
Spike's
on the
gonna be
lower
on the bus in Nairobi, and a man gonna be a woman and look at Spike and say, I don't know what's going on here. What is happening here? Say, you goddamn, I'm gonna have one of these damn things push up on his ass on in Nairobi on the bus. Go ahead, Spikes, you got it.
Listen, that is worrying the vibration of the family. People are vibrating right now at negative vibration. Now, I wanted to talk about briefly on what is happening in the gun control and whether this will be any solution to what is happening with the shooting in Georgia, in Colorado, Boulder, in California, and other different shootings that might actually pop up. And right now, there has been an executive order, and Biden is really, I think he has been getting pressure from the Democrats. I'm not sure whether the pressure is coming from the Democrats, but nonetheless, he has put in some executive orders that are really aimed at controlling at gun control. And of course, Biden announces any executive actions on gun control.
That ain't never gonna pass. I already told you that ain't never gonna. Right wing white people ain't giving up their gun. I don't care how many damn suits. I don't care how many mass shootings you got. They're not giving up their guns, Jack. Never. That's why I told you that pandemic shit wasn't gonna work in America. Them right wingers said, give it to the niggas. We're not. If they come to try to vaccinate, it's gonna be open warfare. So I'm on their side with this. I'm on the racist right cracker. Hooray for them. It's like Governor Santos in Florida said, we're not going to have no vaccine passport. None of that fuck shit.
But
Just like Texas said, and Texas, another right-wing state followed suit. Go ahead, Spike.
But I think he already tried to pacify the crackers already, because he said Biden vows
They
gun
can try
measures.
whatever. They're not getting up their guns. They don't like nobody. The right wingers don't like Biden. They don't care what the fuck Uncle Joe crazy say. Nobody cares what this geriatric goddamn dementia riddle bastard says. They don't care.
What he was telling them is that the gun measures will not impact the Second Amendment rights. He was saying that this will not impact their rights to own the weapons or to own, to be in control over these weapons. I think he's trying to make it seem as if everyone else can have the guns, but maybe perhaps people who are not mentally.
So today we're taking steps to confront not just the gun crisis, but what is that?
Look, it's not from him. This is the global elite. This is the global elite that wants to disarm the United States. The United States is the most gun-packing country on the planet. You're not going to get rid of their guns. It ain't like other countries where the government has guns and the people don't. In America, the people have arsenals in their homes, and they're not giving them up. It ain't like other countries where the citizens don't have a gun. They don't got the right. No, America, these crackers got whole arsenals. Rocket launchers, all kind of crazy shit in their house. So go ahead, Spike.
I remember when Zoe was talking about Boulder. He was saying that in Boulder you can actually go to buying a gun is not really difficult in Boulder, and they want to have the Second Amendment rights, and all of them are close. I do not see how this would play out. I don't know. So what is your opinion on the same regarding the gun control in
Latin American
in the
ain't difficult. Listen,
They're just
listen.
saying.
And I know. Listen, I know that this.
Go on.
You want to go, Keith? Okay.
I don't know. I think we might. Yeah.
Okay. Well, in my opinion, gun control does not pertain to white Americans
No.
at all.
I was listening, guys. I was listening to you guys. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, gun control does not pertain to white Americans at all. They are not going to go along with that. When the reason why gun control was, or not gun control, but the reason why guns were required in the Constitution in the first place was to prevent any uprising of blacks or slaves at that time. So the thing is that's the case today. There have never been as close to a revolt as they are right now, because we're waking up and we're letting them know certain shit that we ain't finna tolerate no more. So if it ever was a time these motherfuckers needed as many guns as they could get their hands on, right now is that time.
You got that right. Got that right. The threat is us, a black populace that's awoke, like so said. The white supremacists are not giving up any goddamn gun, no matter what the global elite want them to do. Global elite can go pound sand. No more giving up any guns. No white people giving up guns in America. Not now, not ever.
These are the same crackers that are very, very much proud of having taken out Ahmed Abri when they were chasing him around with the guns and trying to hunt him like he would go hunting for game.
That's right. That's exactly right. That's why that's exactly right, Spike. That's why they need it.
Yeah. And something else I want to add to that, as we are progressing through the solar system, it's really going to come a day where guns ain't going to even be effective against us. As far as the ones of us that are vibrating on the right level, we'll be able to transmute that shit, if not phase shift, to a higher dimension, and damn bullets will pass right through you. So that type of shit is going to be coming as our dormant DNA awakens and we get closer and closer to Sirius.
That's right to us. I get it change. Yep. The bullets go right through our ass. It'll be more etherical. Exactly right.
There's some echo coming from the end, but Zoe, you also want to talk about what is happening with the local police in Denver. This particular matter that has one of the police officers that suspended 10 days after accused of grooming 17-year-old.
Yeah, you have a police officer trying to have a sexual rendezvous with a 17-year-old, and the motherfucker was only suspended for 10 days. Not arrested, not fired, but suspended for 10 days. When that would have been anybody else, let that have been me or Keith or somebody. That shit's called pedophilia. You get your ass to jail. You become a sex offender for doing that type of shit.
But that is just a small 10 days, and you're good. You're back on the force, like nothing happened. And let me play this video one for just a while. Then we shall. Let me play this video.
Texting her. Moving on, a Denver police officer has been suspended 10 days for an inappropriate relationship with a 17-year-old. Daniel Osman admits taking a 17-year-old girl out to lunch while on duty, plus texting her and offering to take her out to dinner. Osman denies trying to start a relationship with the girl.
Oh, nasty motherfucker.
Yeah, he looks like he's probably 55 or something, and that is a 17-year-old who's probably not even done with her school. She's trying to.
Yeah.
That's just 10 days. That's just 10 days. That's just 10 days. I was playing what I was saying earlier on. Let me finish up this and shall go back to
actually a public health crisis.
That white man said, I love young Coochie.
Only way impinges on
I love young Coochie. I don't care what you say.
Joe Biden also does.
Phony argument.
Joe Biden is also letting us know that he does. Just like he was trying to whisper to the young girl who was like maybe 10 or 12.
It's suggesting that these are Second Amendment rights at stake from what we're talking about. But no in any way impinges on the Second Amendment. They're phony arguments suggesting that these are Second Amendment rights at stake from what we're talking about. But no amendment to the Constitution is absolute. You can't yell fire in a crowded movie theater. We call it freedom of speech. From the very beginning, you couldn't own any weapon you wanted to own. From the very beginning, the Second Amendment existed. Certain people weren't allowed to have weapons. So the idea is just bizarre to suggest that some of the things we're recommending are contrary to the Constitution. Gun violence in this country is an epidemic. Let me say it again. Gun violence in this country is an epidemic, and it's an international embarrassment.
That was, of course, Biden there talking about the embarrassment and other
You know, something else that's an epidemic in this nation is pedophilia, and the molestation of babies and children, old people. It's a whole bunch of shit that's an epidemic in this nation that they seem not to be addressing, but they want to address gun violence.
It don't make a difference. It don't make a difference. Yeah, about that.
Keith, I think we can get your audio for some reason. I can't hear what you just said.
Go through every different state. Florida's never gonna pass no shit like that. Alabama. My audio's fucked up.
No, go on, carry on.
You have a delay. It's just it's like a 10-second delay of what you hearing us say, Keith.
Okay, go on.
Oh shit. I was saying it would have to be state by state, and state by state, no one's gonna pass it. You know, that's not gonna. It's not gonna be national law. Gun rights are state by state, and no state down in the South is gonna pass that. Louisiana's not gonna pass it. Alabama's not gonna pass it. Mississippi's not gonna pass no gun. Florida's damn sure not gonna pass it. So North Carolina's not gonna pass it. Texas not gonna pass it. So he can go kick rocks talking about that goddamn weapon shit. And I'm already monitored. And there's a lot of weapons in my goddamn house. So everybody knows it. Everybody on my block knows it. I don't even hide the shit. There's a lot of weapons, and they're all fucking legal. You come in my house talking crazy.
Keith,
I'm gonna blow your motherfucking wig back.
Do you shoot guns on the 4th of July and New Year's, Keith? Do you?
Nah, that's all white people shit. That's white people shit.
Well, I didn't know this is Georgia. It's not going to pass. I was just imagining Keith how they are shooting the gun on the 4th of July. And Shepa Simona says, you know what Palesa means. Zero Mosquito says, hey, what the hell is going on up in this chat? I do not know, but I just got a comment from my sister Asha Walker, and you said the ass is an epidemic. I agree with you, because they are all about destruction, they are all about domination, they are all about death, killing everything, and we talked about that already on our previous shows. And nonetheless, family, we had talked about we had talked about earlier about our preparations that are going on in Tanzania, going to Tanzania on a trip, on a tour. And we were hoping that John would be able to join us, but he is with us. But for some reason, I don't know why John cannot be able to get across and maybe perhaps work with his microphone. John, if you can still hear us, please do let us know that you're still with us. If not, just kindly change your microphone settings. Maybe it shall be working. But we shall be going down to Tanzania. We want to thank everyone.
John, you can hear
John on the final board of Candy Crush. He trying to beat that game.
Y'all can hear. John is sitting there talking about, can we donate to Cammy and Spikes so they don't doodle on themselves?
I
His wife said they don't have toilets in Africa. His wife said they don't have toilets It does
yeah.
in Africa.
But she will, I think John's wife will be as generous as to afford us at least a sheet bucket. Then we will be taking donations for the sheet bucket from her. But maybe, I think John can still hear us, but for some reason he's not able to get. I wanted to know about the aspirations of our John on this particular tour to Tanzania, and maybe a little bit of some thoughts from the family. But we are not able to be joined by the rest. I think we'll do this tomorrow. We shall do this tomorrow. We'll do this tomorrow. Keith, I can hear what you say. There's a problem with on your end. I can hear what you're saying, Keith. So can you hear what he's saying? I didn't hear what he just said. I have no idea.
No, he's digitizing right now.
Yeah, but so we just continue, and I just want to get the comments are from the family. Sister Asha Walker, thank you so much. You're saying the answer is a pandemic, epidemic, and that is what it is. Shepo Simono, you're saying your line. Do you want to find out what I sound and look like? Shepo Simono, I have always invited you on the show, especially the 54 correspondent. Just talk about what is happening in South Africa. But Shepo Simono hasn't ever joined us on that particular one, but the invitation is still open. You're talking about knowing what you sound like. But Ansan Kenon, are you saying James Brown living in American video? What
Shepo Simono is an Asian woman.
He's a South African brother from Durban. Please don't get at Shepo Simono. Sister Monique is saying, and they eat them and drink blood. All our children stay missing. Peace be upon them. And all they didn't know, our little children. Shepo, I will be going on tonight, 8 p.m. Central Time. That's good. Thank you. I think that would be a good thing, Sister Nish. And Shepo Simono says, Monique, who knows? I will not follow the whole conversation on what is going on the chat. I have really absolutely no idea what is going on with that particular one. But Keith, I was just saying that at the end of the day, I think even if you try to pacify, these are other white supremacists and saying we might not infringe on the Second Amendment, you still have the right to own the guns. I agree with you. This is not going to work, whatsoever kind of a manner. But nonetheless, I do believe that people also need to be. I don't know, for some reason, I think there's a discrepancy, a very, very big discrepancy. If you compare the number of white people that have this ammunition and guns and the number of black people that have ammunition and guns, black people would rather just be protected by Jesus, and do not stock up guns, which is the thing that that leads to this particular big discrepancy in terms of gun ownership. Black people say no. We know we are protected by the blood of Jesus and we are good. While these other people stock up all the guns in their basements, stock up all the guns in their places of work, and all these are different places. Nonetheless,
and it's funny to me, Spikes, because I asked these same black people who are protected by the blood of Jesus why they not going to church nowadays. How come there's no church service? And they tell you because of the coronavirus. So I asked them, I said, well, did Christ get his ass whooped by corona? Did corona whoop Christ's ass or what? What's going on? How can you be protected by the blood of Jesus when you're scared of the pandemic of corona? You know what I'm saying? Shit makes no sense.
But the first thing that the person who should be answering that particular question, the very first person, that would be the Pope. The Pope has not had an audience. During Easter they conduct these big ceremonies, especially they do that in Vatican. In the Vatican, they have a square in the Vatican where the whole Vatican is filled. But right now, Rome is suffering the most. Italy is suffering the most. And you might ask the Catholic why perhaps they are still fearing the virus. If they still do believe a lot in terms of getting protected and everything else, you would then have a whole Vatican Square getting filled up and people are not scared. And Italy should have, and the Vatican should perhaps not even be worried about this. But anyhow, let me not go. Martin.
In biblical times, these people would say that we're under a plague of God, and we need to repent for our sins and turn away from our evil ways. You haven't heard that shit one time. Now, not that I give any credence to Jesus and all that other bullshit, but I definitely give some credence to these people are violating hermetic laws and universal laws, and consequently, the karma that they're facing has ties directly to the violations of the universe that they've been doing since time
Cause
memorial.
and effect. Cause and effect on their wicked ass. Why isn't the church able to stop Corona if Jesus is real? The Corona or the Allah or whatever goofy gods you believe in. Where's these goofy gods when you need real pandemic relief for this fake ass pandemic? Where are all these nutty ass black preachers from Nigeria to Zambia to South Africa laying hands? Let me lay hands on you, goofy niggas, in the name of Christ and Jesus. Lord have mercy, Jesus, and raise yourself up from Corona, you goofy nigga, you. Go ahead,
I think someone might do a movie, and the movie would sell, raising people that have actually died from the corona, and you just be invoking the spirits and saying things like in the Vatican. But anyhow, General Mosquito, you're saying brother kids shooting guns on the 4th of July, like, yeehaw. I don't know if that is something that might happen. You say
Keith in this front yard with an AK-47 and some tighty whities bussing.
But didn't Monique, Sister Monique is saying our father character, he never existed. But nonetheless, I wanted to touch on what we were discussing yesterday, and we did have the matter of this particular side, the Asians are calling the cops on black people. But right now, I was asking this question yesterday. The reports that have been made about the arrests that have been made for people attacking the Asians, this has never been black people. These have never been black people. And right now, the New York City police has arrested a man for 3 separate attacks on the Asian Americans. And this is not a black person. The man has been arrested for allegedly attacking Asian Americans on 3 separate occasions in New York City, according to ABC News. His name is Joseph Russo. He's 27 years and was taken into custody on Wednesday and charged with multiple counts of assault as hate crime and aggravated harassment as hate crime in connection with all 3 incidents, according to the New York Police Department. And this is him. This is Joseph Russo, who has been arrested, and I think he has also been caught maybe a couple of times on camera.
Is he throwing up the West Side symbol?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think he's a reptilian.
Monique Hill. Monique Hill. Is that the West Side?
Maybe a reptilian. That is why we are not able to see what's going on with him.
Who is he?
And his tongue.
What's going on with this story? Who is he?
This is a man who has been attacking the Asians. He has been arrested in New York City for 3 separate on the Asian Americans. But the whole story they have been spinning the whole story to read as if it is the black people who are attacking the Asians, and that is why they need to call the cops on them, even if they are, innocent.
But Spice, why he look like Jesus? He look just like white Jesus right there.
You know, good dirty niggas, it's Jesus. I'm here to wash away all you sins. You better stop attacking my Asian brethren. You know, good goofy niggas, you've been cursed by the curse of Ham and Japheth and Shem and Geppetto and Pinocchio. So you niggas give me your money and let's all say hooray for Jesus.
That will not be happening because at the end of people in Africa are still very, very much scared about what Kid is talking about, the curse of Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The people who, they would say the black people who are cursed and they will forever be the slaves and all this other nonsense. It's real. It's real.
Oh my God! They really, and see, I told you that shit. They really believe in that kooky shit. Okay, stupid. You got Abraham. So why would God name him Ham if Ham is the curse? Abraham. So he named him after the curse, nigga? I curse you niggas, and then I named the father of my religion after you goofy niggas. Abraham.
And why would
That
why
ain't making
would the
sense.
creator, for real, Keith, and why would the creator bless us with such a holy name as honey baked ham, if it was not right?
Abraham. You talk about you got the curse of Ham, but the main protagonist of the goopy religion's name is Ham. Why can't you goopy Negroes have some critical thinking? Abraham. He changed his name from Abram, right, to Abraham. He supposedly hate the ham. Ham's got the curse, supposedly. Abraham. But you goopy niggas will just believe any old dumb shit this cracker done gave you. Abraham. Ham is in the name. So he must be cursed by your Jesus, Abraham. Good God. Go ahead, Spike.
I'm saying the problem is really with the critical thinking. That is a problem with the critical thinking at the end of the day, because no one really wants to question.
It's right there in the name, Spikes, to tell you it's a lie. It's right there in the name, kids. You got the curse of Ham. But the main protagonist in the beginning of all your goofy religion goes back to Abraham. He's the beginning of your bullshit. So why would God name him the thing that he hated so much and cursed you, goofy niggas? You can't even critically think your way out of that bag. God damn.
That is the biggest challenge. I've seen people even are going to Israel and question the Israelites about their opinion on what is happening with the black people's beliefs, and they say that is for the people who will not do their own critical thinking, and that is exactly true. But nonetheless, I just wanted to a little bit go fast forward and talk about what is happening with the whole vaccinations agenda. But I will not go deep into it. Yesterday, I don't know. I was wondering who owns the platform, the Shade Room. Yesterday, there was the Shade Room, Dr. Foshi on the Shade Room, and I thought the Shade Room was a black media network. I'm not really sure. I don't know. So do you know about the Shade Room? I think perhaps you might know about it. Probably you.
The Shade Room is like the griot and all them other things where they talk about white zaddy and they talk about the benefit of swirling. I remember when the Shade Room had an article talking about, they're talking about dropping the black man to get with the white man because you can get better benefits and all this old shit. The Shade Room is some coon shit.
So yesterday they had a Dr. Foshi on Dr. Foshi on the Shade Room, and they were saying how they need to vaccinate the black teens and how can they do to fast track the vaccinations of our black teens, and so many things going wrong with the Shade Room, especially having Dr. Foshi on there, because they will be conducting.
Those are those African Nigerian coons. Those are those immigrant Nigerian niggas who run that shit. Those are those Nigerian hateful coons who hate themselves. I'll tell you, but until you find them goopy Nigerians, they are the worst coons. That's who runs the Shade Room, the American Nigerian.
It's a woman named Angelica Nwandu.
Yeah, she's Nigerian. She's a Nigerian. Yeah, she's a Nigerian coon.
She looked like a mixture between.
They think all these fucking Nigerians. These Nigerians are the worst. Go ahead, y'all.
She looked like a mixture between that chick from what was that fat actress, Keith, that she was in that one movie, Precious. What's her girl name?
Gabby Cinnabay.
Yeah, she looked like a mix between Cinnabay and Lil Kim from back in the day. That's who she looked like.
Yeah, I think Cinnabay's from Senegal.
But the problem is, I think all these other different platforms, I think they're trying to cash in and make it seem as if they care anything for the black people. I think they have put out, they were asking about how the black teens can get vaccinated, and then talk about, the George Floyd, how can people come together for George Floyd. And at the end of the day, so many things are happening with these people. But nonetheless, yesterday they were talking about what needs to be done.
They are the worst. And I'm glad we're finally calling these Nigerian coons out and getting them right. They getting fucked up finally. You shut your motherfucking mouth, you no good bootlicking ass.
Hold up.
Take your ass back to
They took-
Nigeria.
Y'all gonna tell me what I was saying was too much? Who was that old sugar booger you just showed up there dancing, Spikes?
This is the change room. I was trying to see if I can get the interview. I was trying to see if I can get that particular part where they were doing the interview with Dr. Poshi, but I think they took it down. I cannot find it. I think they took it down with the interview. But now that is what is happening. I think they
What's that the shade room you on, Spikes? What's that the shade room you on?
Yeah, this is
all kind of coonery and fuckery on that shit, ain't it? All kind of Nigerian fuckery and coonery on that shit. The Nigerians are the worst self-hating niggas you'll find. These American Nigerians that come to America, they lick so much white ass, their tongue is all white up. It's crazy as hell. Goddamn Nigerian coon.
But the problem is we have been saying about supporting our black media, but if you look at what is
that ain't black media, goddamn it. That's cool. White people support that shit. You gotta know what the hell black media doesn't attack black people, Spikes. Black media doesn't benefit white people. So that's because you see a black face don't make it black media. Just like in Africa. Africa don't have no black media, don't nobody black own none of that shit. Because you look at Kenya news, you don't own it. You look at Zimbabwe news, you don't own it. Look at South African news, you don't own it. Owned by crackers. Go ahead, so.
I just put the link in the chat room, the shade room Dr. Fauci interview.
Okay, let me see.
Yeah, show that. And they'll be doing it. Yes, all black people need to get thank you, Dr. Fauci. Even though they don't even know that Dr. Fauci was the one that brought AIDS to Africa. They don't know that. Of course, these no good bootlicking Nigerian coons don't. You bootlicks.
They'll be getting their biscuits as they get the shots. You know, they'll be getting the biscuits.
That's why, if you notice, Nigeria was the only country that tore down their fucking slave castles and act like they don't got nothing to do with slavery. You notice that? They don't even mention the shit. That was one of the main slave ports coming out of Africa, fucking Nigeria. You don't never hear the Nigerians talk about that shit.
Look at Zoe. Look at the title. Look at this particular title. They're saying Dr. Fauci addresses his African American brothers. What brothers?
That's your black media, Spikes.
Damn! What brothers? What African American brothers does Dr. Fauci has?
And if you listen to the way he speak, the way he enunciate, he talks just like AOC when she went to that black church and she was trying to talk like she was black. It ain't nothing wrong with being a janitor. Ain't nothing wrong. He trying to talk like he got some black in him when he talking.
And these are the same people asking.
Some black vernacular, some black street vernacular.
Let me show you how these. It's sickening.
That vaccine was actually developed in my institute's vaccine by a team of scientists led by Dr. Barney Graham and his close colleague, Dr. Kizmekia Corbett, or Kizzy Corbett. Kizzy is an African-American scientist.
Who's a bootleg? Who's a bootleg? Yeah, who's a bootleg? Kizmekia was talking about, I love to have white daddy licking, I love licking white daddy's balls. That was all on her social media. They took it down. Kizmekia. Hating on black people too. All black men are stupid. These black niggas, they suck.
I think what he meant to say really is
that he's making vaccines for black people. Go ahead, Spike.
Yeah, what he was saying that this vaccine you can't trust it because it was made by a black scientist, and this was made by one.
Of course, that's the scam. That's exactly right, Spikes. That's the scam because they know black people in America know their fuckery, right? We know their fuckery about them putting syphilis on black people, doing experiments on us. So that's why they think the black face shit's gonna work. Oh, she's black like you. Don't kick rocks, you old dirty bastard. And because we know your history, Fauci. You brought Ebola and AIDS into Africa. The African we
Keith, I think we lost your audio.
And the patent's got your goofy name on it. Okay.
While we speaking on that,
yeah.
Well, no, you back, Keith. But while we speaking on that, we definitely got to talk on how Fauci created the AIDS virus and how one of the side effects of this damn vaccine is people coming up HIV positive. HIV positive when you get the vaccine.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're talking about.
That's what I said. They created the HIV. Most, and you got these. Yep. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Zoe.
Oh, they're saying that hundreds of children in India, and I forgot they named like 7 countries, but hundreds of children in each one of these countries are testing positive for HIV when these children never had a blood transfusion and are too young to be sexually active. So this is why they don't want to give the vaccine to children over here in this country, because they know it's going to make them come up HIV positive.
And this is a way of finishing
up. Dumbass African. Give it to the dumbass African, because we've already put their puppet ass leaders in charge, and the African mind is already colonized. Shout out to Dr. Mumba, say it again. Your mind is fucked up, Africans. Your mind is fucked up. So you'll believe what white people tell you, and you'll take all kind of wicked ass shit. But good enough, even though the African mind in America's fucked up, we've been here too long underneath this no good cracker. We know he ain't no goddamn good. We know he's been poisoning our ass. Lead, water, and AIDS. We didn't have no AIDS in the black community. Some AIDS shows up in Atlanta and LA. AIDS was a white faggot disease. Had nothing to do with black people. But first, before it went to Africa, it was a base of black America. Then they shipped that shit to Africa. And since the dumbass African ain't really came out the religion, he thinks about the curse of Ham and all other kind of made up goofy ass shit. And so, oh, white daddy, please, you got a white coat on, please save me. And so they line up religiously to go get shot up with AIDS. Religiously. Because they believe that the white man is white Jesus. He's my Lord. My Lord and Savior's here to help me. White, stick your ass with Ebola and fucking AIDS.
And the thing is also, I think Sister Libya right. You're saying also one will eventually cause immune deficiency. It's sad, you know, and from these vaccines, and you're thinking that you're getting the shot really to boost your immunity or something. Well, it's the other way around. And the scope has now, Sister Monique is saying that scope, that scope show have been adjusted. And Sister Stacy Thomas, you're saying Kizzy has been on the plantation since roots. And that is a scientist where Foshi was saying, oh, we did develop it with a black scientist, and that is you know, these particular scientists, and you can trust on them. You can trust them. Kiz Mekia Kobat, you know, it's an African American, and therefore we give this to you. But nonetheless, as we almost getting to wind up, I want to highlight on some matter that did happen recently in Georgia. We have been talking about the voting rights, and Kiz has been telling us since for a long time that black people right now, as it is, you know, the black people shall be getting to a point where they are not really needed. Their vote is not really doesn't hold a lot of weight, and therefore, because it has been replaced by the Mexicans and all these other different illegal immigrants. But you know, in Georgia, there was this particular the Republicans coming up with new laws in Georgia that are, of course, were targeted at black voters. And it seems right now that we do have the mayor of Atlanta, Georgia, fighting these particular laws that were mostly impacting on black voters. And we are talking about this particular mayor of Georgia, Keisha Bottoms. We all know about Keisha Bottoms, but nonetheless, Keisha Bottoms right now has signed an executive order to sort of mitigate the impact of Georgia's voting restrictions. I'm not sure if this battle is really worth it. I'm not really sure if the battle is really worth it, because at the end of the day, I don't know what is happening with the voting power.
Hold on, Spikes. Shepo, you better tell your mama don't touch that shit. I don't care if she's a frontline worker. Let these bootlicks. I don't care what that fucking clown Julius Malina say, or that puppet ass Ramposa both puppets. She should be scared. Tell her she better not touch that shit. It's already people dying in South Africa from the damn vaccination, and it's not even damn went through real clinical trials at all. You tell her fuck that shit, don't touch it.
I've told the people about yesterday. I read an article that has happened with one of the women in Kenya who died, and then the medical experts started the whole story, make it seem as if it wasn't related to the COVID and to the shot. Anyhow, I've been telling the people that I've been doing my part, and I hope that people get it. But nonetheless, there is a echo on your end.
Well, hold on. Well, let me finish what I'm saying then. Let me so my echo. Hold on, let me finish up. How about now? The echo still going on?
I think it's
how's the echo?
It's gone.
All right. Yeah, Cardo, Jesus, help me with my echo. Lord Jesus, you come in and touch my hand and allow my devices to work right and don't have an echo. Praise Jesus and the Lord. So anyway, like I was saying,
in His holy name, in His holy name.
Anyway,
make the same prayer for John. Kindly make the same prayer for John.
Well, you need to bring on the show. Bring on the show, Shepo, so she can talk to American nurses so they can talk to her. Like Nish, Bet on Black, Echo. Bring on the network so American nurses can tell her what actually is going on. Since it's more, because remember, America's supposed to be more affected than any other country. More than South Africa, right? The only reason why you guys are affected because you guys got a bunch of crackers too. You got a bunch of white people there. So that's why it's supposed to be red in South Africa. And then you got a lot of fear, you got a lot of ignorance. South Africa is draped in ignorance. And that's a sad fact. Still follow white people draped in ignorance. The leadership is horrible. Leadership is always a scam. You got no Stephen Bikos, who was actually a hero, not Nelson Mandela. You know, you got more fake bootlicks than you have in Stephen Bikos, who was actually a real South African hero. And you know, so you just got to convince her that, you know, that the government is lying to her, and then try to go pull up certain articles showing, if you can, I don't know the thing over in South Africa about if you can, showing the proof of people dying from this, and this is not a real pandemic that's affecting black people. All right, you need to understand that. You know, tell her get in and talk to us so we can explain it to her. You know, the African mind is so childlike now, so childlike, sadly, childlike. like Spikes just said, you got black people in Africa still believe this curse of ham shit. They really believe that you were cursed. And it's funny because the Hamites are the Kemites. But white people want to claim Kemet because it's so great. They say fuck the curse of Ham. Say we're the white Hamites. Because remember the Bible tells you that the Hamites, Cush was Hamite, and Kemetians were Hamites. But then white people want to claim to be the ancient Egyptians. What about the Hamite curse? Well, those are white Hamites. It's crazy. Oh, somebody logged on. Who's that?
Sorry, what?
See, somebody logged on. No. I was saying somebody.
That's Sister Angela Morris.
Somebody logged. All right, so I'm logging. So tell your mama. Well, log on. Tell your mother to talk to us. And we'll leave out all the cursing, so she be, the African mind can't deal with cursing. So we'll leave out all the profanity, so I talk to the ease of fears. Right?
Somebody getting their hair done.
Who sound like a robot? That ain't me this time, is it?
Somebody get some extensions put in over there.
No, that's Sister Angela Morris, because she's getting ready to.
Yeah, come on the network. Come in the chat room on the network Saturday or something, and I post articles. Articles in the network chat room that you can share with your mother. Okay, I post specific articles on the network in the chat room that you can share with your mother, because sad fact, the Africans are the most uninformed people on the planet, and that's on purpose. These bootlicks, and there's one leader again. It's another. I know it's a wake up. They're gonna try to kill. I told people, be on the lookout of the Sierra Leone president. He's dangerous. You got another leader that's actually a leader. They're gonna be trying to murder this dude. The Sierra, meet it from my mouth first. Sierra Leone's president is the real thing. They're gonna try to put a bullet in his head.
They will.
He's the real thing. Nothing far and few. He's young. Like I told you, all these other African leaders are old. They're supposed to have been out of office. They don't have any new ideals. So why are they here? It's got to be the youth. It's got to take over the continent, as he said. Right? So you got, like I said, it's gonna be he's gonna be the next man they're gonna come after. So remember what I said this, Sierra Leone. Say it again, Spikes.
I'm saying he's a marked man. He also told us about Magufuli, and he's no more. So people should.
Yeah, I told you about Magufuli. I said years ago, I said Magafuli's your only leader. Now you got one more that just got elected in Sierra Leone. They're gonna Sierra Leone's a smaller country, but this dude is really radical. He's really I said, I don't know why you saying all this, dude. They're gonna kill you. They're gonna put a bullet in your head.
I think we have a Sister Angela Morris. We shall do the Tanzania show tomorrow. I was hoping that we would have been joined by the family and just discuss.
We'll do the Tanzania show tomorrow then. Yeah, we'll do it tomorrow. That's cool. Yeah. But
we'll do tomorrow. Yeah.
Who's that sound like a robot? Is that Angela? That ain't me now. That ain't me.
Yeah, that's Sister Angela. That's Sister Angela. I think she's getting her hair done. But we shall do the Tanzania show. Yeah, we shall do the Tanzania show tomorrow and just discuss about preparing. She's getting her hair.
I know where that power, but I know that power, but I'm just saying. I'm saying the power of the words. Sadly enough, like I said, black people are draped in ignorance. It's frightening. African mind around the world is ignorant. It's scary ignorant. That's what scares the shit out of me, especially when I'm on the continent. When I'm on the continent, it scares me. The ignorance on the continent is crazy. It blows my mind. Like, wow, like I'm in an altered universe. It's like Africa's not even part of the world. The ignorance in Africa is like being in an altered universe.
Keith, do you think it's more of them being naive and trusting that contributes to that ignorance? They're naive and trusting of the European in their conniving ways?
It probably is, I think, personally.
Well, I think that I think the African has our nature's loving, and so since us, that's why the black American is so aggressive, because we've been around them so long and so fucked up. So when we go around The Africans even put out by because we're so aggressive, like white people. We're aggressive. We'll knock you in your mouth, right? So we got that. The average African is not as aggressive as us. They're the more humble, quiet, laid back bashful. They're really loving, and they want to believe good about everybody. The African wants to believe good about everybody, and that's dangerous. You know, that's our nature. We want to believe the good, and everybody's a human. Everybody's good. That's the African nature, and it's a beautiful thing actually, but it's dangerous because it allows you to be prey in this world. Because you see it in Africans when you're on a continent, you see the beauty, the humanity of the African. It's a beautiful thing. That's how you should know you're one people. You see the humanity of the African, and people are not humane to you. And the African, that's not evil. That's the childlike state. That's why everybody tells you, ask a Chinese and an Asian, a Caucasian, what they tell you, Indian, Africans are childlike. That's what all I'm telling you. The Africans childlike. Africans childlike. Africans childlike. The Africans childlike.
But kid, I also want a sentiment regarding the same, because why aren't we as Africans able to practice this great humanity on other Africans? You will find Africans fighting Africans and killing each other.
That's exactly right. I don't know because also I think that's I agree. I think Africans seem to be somewhat territorial towards one. They're like jealous of one another. It's like a childlike emotion where you don't want to work with your brother, but you know, how can I explain it? It's almost it's like it go back to the tribal shit. You separate yourself from each other. I'm Kenyan, and then it goes deeper into the tribe. I'm Tanzania. I'm South African. I'm Ghanaian. No, you're not. That's white people's name. That's an illusion. You're not none of that shit. So when you also allow other people to name you, that becomes they have power over you. Whoever names things has the power over you. So you call yourself a Cameroonian, a Gabonian, a Gambia, whatever the hell. Those are European constructs. Those are not African constructs. You must take back and rename. That shouldn't be called Lake Victoria over there in Western Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, and Rwanda. It shouldn't be called Lake Victoria. That's supposed to be taken back. So everything's got to be renamed, and you got to understand that black people are not your enemies. African didn't genocide you. Other people genocided you. African didn't make you a slave in your own land. Other Africans didn't come in and make you a slave in your own land. The Asians did. Caucasians did. The white Arabs done. Until you come to grips with that. And then realize you got real enemies. Yeah, and the black man's your friend, not your enemy. So you're going to have to reverse that. Can't go loving everybody. And you do get that. That's true, though. Go to Africa. You see these Negroes, they'll knock you out the way to help somebody white. I've had it happen. Get out of the way, goddammit, and get this white person's bags. God damn. My first time in the damn, was that Ghana? Was I in Ghana or Nigeria? Motherfucker ran my ass over in the airport to get to some crackers bags. like, do they know these motherfuckers or something? If that is gonna get a tip, I don't think the white person even tipped their ass nothing. They damn near knocked me out the way to get to these white people's bags. So the mindset. Good, Spikes.
I seen the same thing at the Jackson Airport in Mississippi. The same exact thing. They almost ran me over. They almost ran me over to get you some hillbillies bags. I got you, boss. I got you, boss.
See? That's real. That's real. And so there we go. We're talking about worldwide. We're talking about globally. And the African mind is fractured. You're right. You're right. So I don't know what it's gonna take for that. And I understand your mother's got bills, but she can't pay bills when she's dead and stinking. Tell you that. The bills ain't gonna come to her when she's dead. Got to leave the country, go become a nurse somewhere else. Take that vaccination. But good luck to her. You can't pay bills and be dead at the same time. I don't think nobody's be going to your mama's grave. So I say, hey, you got these bills, dead woman. Bills are due. You got to decide.
We're gonna fuck around here and turn your lights off if you don't pay this bill. at the graveyard.
I agree with you, Lightbear. It's but I see it coming. I do see the youth in Africa starting to realize that they're African. You never would get that. When I first went to Africa 25 years ago, you wouldn't get that. Realize that they're African first. They're not Nigerians, they're not Ghanaians, they're not Kenyans, they're Africans first. You was African long before you was ever some Kenyan, some Nigerian, some Ghanaian, or where the fuck the European, carved the country into being. So I do hear the youth, and I say it's gonna come from the youth. The youth are throwing up all these old paradigms. And that's what's got at the youth are throwing them off. So good to the youth. And get these old niggas out of office. So shout out to the Sierra Leone president, young cat. He said Africa's too corrupt. He's actually put corruption. Anybody get caught corruption, you going to jail. 25 years to life. Period. Outside the establishment, but I have no control of it. It's got to have teeth. See, it's a threat to national security. That's the problem in Africa. The corruption is out of control. It's a threat to national security. And I can't, and we can't build if we got corruption. He started what? Quality, free education, which you don't got in Africa. He told you everybody got to have actually pertinent information, not some goddamn just learn shit, not just some damn regurgitate some shit from memory. So we got to have actual tools for what's being innovated today. So it's going to be free education, quality for everybody. And he's on. He said, well, what about the other African leaders? He said the African leaders don't give a shit about their people. That's why. I was like, damn, you're not going to last long. They're going to probably put a bullet in your head. He said these African leaders don't give a shit about the people. He's being honest. He said they don't give a shit about the people.
There has been something. There has been a slow awakening even in Kenya.
I know. I want your mother to live. I don't want your mother to. Go ahead, Spike. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, not even there has been a, like you say, the corruption is crazy, and what has been happening is that people have been taking money. For example, in Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta's family has been taking money from the IMF, and right now the IMF has been actually taking the countries in debt. And recently on Twitter in Kenya, everyone took to Twitter and they were saying, please stop lending Kenya money because this money is not even helping the people on the ground. It's going to people pockets. It's going to people.
And funny part about this, Mike, everybody's talking about the Kenyan thing. Not just in Kenya. They know that the politics are so corrupt. That money's not touching anybody in Kenya. It's going to Kenyatta and the rest of these other bootlicks, these other puppets that they got in power. That money never gets down to people, and the people have got to be the ones that repay it, not him and his family. The people are going to be straddled with that debt. Their grandparents, their grandchildren, their great-grandchildren.
They have arrested one gentleman because what has been happening is people have been angered. You know, the IMF has been giving I don't know how many billions to Kenya, and people went on social media saying we do not need any more money to Kenya, being loaned to Kenya, because at the end of the day, this money is just going to a few pockets. And one individual talked about it on Twitter, and he was arrested. This is what happened. Let me share his
What?
Twitter.
What?
Yeah, he talked about it,
What?
and he was arrested. Let me show you what happened.
Spikes, you full of shit. Spikes, you lying. Spikes, you lying. You lying.
Clear. Let me show you what happened with him. This is him on his Twitter. He was arrested.
What?
And
they arrested him for telling the
this is one of the activists.
I don't want your mother to die. Why would you arrest this gentleman for saying that money's not getting to the people? That's a fact. It's not. Country's corrupt.
Enough is enough. Napost kitu kwa social media kwa mimi natumiwa polisi. Natumiwa watu watano kuja kunishika. Hiyo ni waste ya resources za watu.
Let me show you what this guy is getting arrested for. Let me show you what,
and just like always Spike show us and
Spike, we can't you're not showing us the video, Spike.
I didn't. I thought I was showing the video. Let me see if I can actually share.
I've seen the video. I saw it.
He
did share it. I saw it.
It was on the
I
screen.
didn't see it over here.
Let me show you. I don't know what's happening.
Let me address Shep first. Let me address Shep real quick. Hold on. Shep, I don't want nobody's family to die. I don't want your mother to pass. We're talking about your mom. But I'm gonna be honest with you, as she takes the vaccine full of nanotech, that's what's happening. This is population reduction. It's not a vaccine. Your mom's not gonna die from being on supposedly the front line. Nish and other nurses in America on the front line with more COVID than in South Africa. They're not dying. So means your mother has a lack of information. She's been getting fearful. What you say, so?
My mom took the vaccine, and whatever happens, that just what happens, you know.
Yeah.
I told her to keep her damn distance away from me. She got that bullshit in her. Don't have her. I told her don't be around me and my children with her fucked up ass having that shit in her. I'm treating these motherfuckers that get the vaccine like they treat people that got the virus. That's how I'm acting, shit. Because if you want to run around here and get that experimental shit in you, then keep your ass away from me, because you an experiment now. I don't know if you're gonna flip out and kill everybody one day.
I think even in Africa, if it were actually available everywhere, right now it's not available everywhere. But I think the people have been told time and again what it is, but people, I don't know what it takes, but people still are not listening. If it were to pop up and say, okay, this village is going to get vaccinated, and you guys can pop up and queue, come up and queue, and then get you will find people still queuing on that particular line, even if you might try as much, but I don't know what it might take. Sister Angela Morris, you're saying 1-0. Sister Angela Morris was with us on the live. I think we lost you, but we couldn't really hear what you were saying. I think your phone had an issue. The only thing I was hearing was from the background, but you would have at least said hi to the family. We shall do this tomorrow, or regarding the Tanzania tour, we shall be doing it tomorrow. But nonetheless, I want to share one poster. Maybe also as we get to finalize with everyone's final comments. The poster that got the gentleman arrested, that the guy was sharing earlier, he was claiming that the IMF should not loan any more money to Kenya. We do not need any more money from the IMF, and that did not go very, very well with the puppet leader.
Why would they arrest him for writing that on Twitter? Why would you be arrested for writing that on Twitter? That's the truth. The people don't. You had a woman try to kill herself because she doesn't have any money. She jumped out in front of a car in Kenya. Nobody got no money in Kenya. There's no jobs. So why is my tweet a lie?
This is what he did, and now they trying to come against him. And he said, this is a post he put out, and he said, citizens of the Republic of Kenya, public notice. Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. This is the president ID number, the identity card number. I'm not sure whether this is a real identity card number, but if it is or it doesn't matter. This is to notify the world at large that the person whose photograph and names appear above is not authorized to act or transact on behalf of the citizens of the Republic of Kenya. and that the nation and our future generations shall not be held liable for any penalties of bad loans negotiated and all borrowed by him. And he did not even sign out, but he says we do not need more loans. If you give this man loan, we are not obligated to pay you back. It's on you. But of course that doesn't happen. He was arrested. They were saying that and also it's honest. It's 100%.
He's arrested. On what grounds, Spike? Spike, on what grounds, Spike?
They were trying to cook up. Let me show you what was happening. They were trying to cook up a case against him. They didn't really have something on him, but they were saying, "Oh, they took a long time." And I think, let me show you what happened eventually. The court lacked a reason to hold him, and I think he was left.
Nah, there's not been no tips on. Nah, melanated boy, he's a bootlick for the Europeans. Now it's been no. They established the Kenyatta family when they supposedly left. They set the Kenyatta family up, who was never wealthy, but now they're the wealthiest people in the country. They were never wealthy. You got this? The Europeans set his family up, the Kenyattas. So now they're a political dynasty as long as wealthy as well. They were set up in the country to be bootlicks. That's what they are. And you're right, Lando. It needs black people to be backwards. For white supremacy to exist, Jesus to be backwards.
I might have to use Sister Angela Morris. Sister Angela Morris, you can say hi to the family. We shall be doing the show tomorrow about the tour to Tanzania. I think everyone was not able to join us today. We had John, but John was not able to get through. You can say hi to the family.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Okay.
Yeah,
hi, family.
We're doing fantastic. How are you doing?
Spikes is gonna get locked up for talking. Spikes, we gotta get Spikes out of the country because he's gonna get locked up for talking about Kenyatta on this live stream. He'll come knock on the door.
Let's see how Sister Angela Morris is doing. I think you're getting your hair done. How are you excited about the Tanzania tour, or do you have any kind of reservations about this?
Yeah, I'm in just getting my hair braided.
Yeah, we could see that from the video earlier, but you were not able to get your audio. How are you doing? Are you excited about the tour?
Yeah, I'm ready. I am so ready.
There were some people who were saying, there might be a little bit of some skepticism because of the change of our leadership. We did have the former president, John Magufuli, and he did pass on a bit, I think about 2-3 weeks ago, and now we do have a new president.
Yeah.
But I'm assuring everyone that we shall be having a smooth sailing, on this particular tour, and we are looking forward. We shall have the show tomorrow. I hope everyone will be able to join us tomorrow as we discuss maybe our aspirations or maybe our expectations for the tour this weekend. Personally, have everything ready. My tickets are ready. My bag is packed. We shall be leaving tomorrow. Not tomorrow, on Saturday with Kami, and we shall be arriving in Dar es Salaam on. That will be on Sunday. So I'm hoping also on Sunday. Then on Monday, we shall have everyone already in Tanzania. But those are, we shall be discussing those details tomorrow as we get ready. Keith, do you have a question for maybe Sister Angela Morris or something you might like to say as we almost getting close to winding up?
I don't think Keith can hear you.
I don't know what's happening to Keith. I think he's in a bad internet area. But at the end of the day, I was asking, did you face any kind of? Did you have any kind of people objecting? You coming to the continent. You have some people who say, "Oh, Africa is a jungle where you're going to get to be held hostage by this and that." Did you get any kind of negative comments when you told your family you're coming?
No,
to Tanzania?
not at all.
Then you're lucky.
Not at all. Everybody wants to go with me.
That might be different. Everyone else says when I go to Africa, people tell me I will not be safe there. I might get lost there and everything else like that. But for you, I think it's a little bit different because last year Jiman joined us. And he was saying some of his family were not particularly enthusiastic about his travel to Africa.
Oh man. Well, I haven't got no such thing. This little 10-year-old girl, she wants to get in a suitcase and go with me.
I'm gonna go.
For her, at least she's 10 years old. She will still have the opportunity to go and see what's good in Africa. Once you have already been to Tanzania, maybe get a little bit of an investment in Tanzania, get a house or something like that. I don't know Are you considering perhaps getting to relocate at some point to Africa, maybe Tanzania, or just getting to see your options?
Yeah, I got 3 more years. And with those 3 more years, I'm going to complete everything and leave.
Yeah. That would be
Yeah, so I'm.
yeah. Sorry, go
How
on.
close are we to how close are we to Kenya?
That's about how many hours? Is that 14, 12 hours? About 12 hours using a bus, but if you're using a plane, that might take you about maybe 45 or now about an hour. It's not very, very far from Kenya because Tanzania borders Kenya and Uganda. If you have to get to Tanzania, we can actually just catch a bus and get through the border into Tanzania. So you might have
Yes.
your options perhaps expanded into Kenya or Uganda or Rwanda because we were in Rwanda last year was it last year but one with the Black Hot Fire with I think Assistant Ish was with us in Rwanda, so you can consider more options apart from Tanzania, but nonetheless it's a good place to start. Some people have talked about Ghana. Some people feel that Ghana maybe is their preferred maybe destination or a place to get and resettle. But nonetheless, there are so many options on the continent of Africa. And the Blackwood Financial right here on this particular tour, we hope we shall be presenting, the eye-opening experience for everyone, just to see what's good and what's not.
Who is Keith talking to?
I can hear Keith for some reason. I don't know why. I think I can hear Keith. But Sister Libera says, Spikes, I'm spending.
I can hear.
Sorry, go on.
I can't hear Keith either.
He's having a long conversation. Can't hear us.
I think maybe it's a problem on my end. I can't really hear what you just said. But we shall be having a platform.
It's a lag.
Yeah, there's a lag. We shall be having the platform tomorrow, and we shall be discussing about the matters at Tanzania tour. So, family, I want to thank everyone that has been with us on the show for today, and I hope that you shall be joining us for tomorrow. For now, I want to wish everyone a happy and productive remaining part of the day. Unless Zoe has something to finalize, or some closing remarks, as well as Sister Angela Morris. Zoe, do you have some closing remarks?
My closing remarks is I'm trying to fix my minnow bucket and I can't get it to pump air right. Pray for me, family. Pray for me.
You need some family to put their hands on your head and pray for you. Sister Angela Morris, you can also give us your closing remark. We shall have this show tomorrow and discuss about the tour.
Okay.
But if you have closing remark, you can also give it to us.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm packed. I'm getting my hair done, and I can't wait to get on that plane and get out of here.
It shall be.
So I will see y'all soon.
It shall be a wonderful experience, and we are expecting, really to see you and connect right here with the Black Friday Network in Tanzania. Much peace and love to everyone. I want to wish you a happy and productive remaining part of the day. We shall do this tomorrow and discuss about our Tanzania tour. Apologies we were not able to do and have everyone on the show for today, but tomorrow we shall. Peace and love. Till next time. Kwaheri.
Kwaheri.
Never understand yourself. You will never understand life. Live, love. And if you want, we can build life. And if you want, we can build life. You just need the man above and the man inside. You just need the man above and the man inside. And if you want, we can build life. And if you want, we can build life. Man above and the man inside. You just need the man above and the man inside. Yeah, I know the sad. I be them and then I know the drive away. They say what they wanna say, what they wanna say. Sometimes I feel conflicted, sometimes I wonder why. Life is so high, but I know I gotta try. Then it make me think it, life know they come twice. So I'm gonna leave, spread my wings, I can fly high. And if you want, we can play life. And if you want, we can play life. You just take the man above and the man inside. You just need the man above and the man inside. Yeah. And if you want, make a better life. Yeah. And if you want, make a better life. You just need the man above and the man inside. You just need the man above and the man inside. What you want in life? You see, you gotta think it and understand it. Sometimes it gets hard, other times it's rosy. You gotta understand how to make use of the whole thing. Make use of every emotion, every feelings of the spirit guide and move. Until you really understand this, you will never really understand yourself. You will never really understand life. Love, life. And if you want, we can better life. And if you want, we can better life. You just need the man above and the man inside. You just need the man above and the man inside. And if you want, we can better life. And if you want, we can better life. You just need the man above and the man inside. You just need the man above and the man inside. Yeah, words,